Good evening and welcome back to another Let's Play of Steins Gate, the mysterious visual novel set in kind of like the sci-fi slash urban life of Tokyo kind of scenarios. All of it strange, all very weird. And the chat box is open for all you people out there, whether you're a newcomer who's found this stream by random search on the algorithm, or if you're one of the many people who's been here for the likes of Persona 5 Royal, Persona 3 FES, Danganronpa V3, Song of Memories, and many, many more in the past. Thank you all very much and a huge welcome back to you all, much like you, Queen, who's jumped in the chat already saying good evening. And started to do my quote as usual to move forward. And Avian, with the word Friday and the parentheses after. Yes, you survived, you're out. That's all that matters. I'm out until Tuesday. Now, so we're going to get ourselves right back on into the middle of this. We'd seen the scene where Karisu turned up out of nowhere, and we wanted to know what was going on outside the building where the satellite's waiting. So here we go. So we're talking about the satellite here, that's the subject for this. We had to leave the scene halfway through. And that's to say nothing about the huge hole it punched in the building. Are satellites that durable? Where's this satellite from, anyway? They still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russia denies it, so it looks like they can't remove it yet. I do consider myself very, very lucky, Avian. You're not wrong. I'm going to lap up the luck while I can, because at some point it's going to run out. 3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy. So it's another cover-up. They knew I'd be at Radican and tried to erase me. Organization? What's that? The organization is the organization. Its formal name is something else, but all those who know its existence call it the organization out of fear. Yes, Illuminati confirmed, people. They're coming for you. And your children. And your kiddies. And your doggos. They're coming for you all. They rule the world from the shadows, transcending nations with politics, economics, religion, even science in their clutches. And Arista Jack, hey, good evening to you too. How are you doing, dude? I would say it's the weekend. Happy bank holiday weekend for those of us who are here in the UK. Savour it while we can. Enjoy it while we can. And yes, it's a good point, Quay. Does that confirm that Akiba is afraid of the organisation? I believe he's fucking terrified. Assuming it even exists. That's obviously a crackpot conspiracy. Thank you very much. Go on, and what's the tips for thank you very much? Where's the origin of this one coming from? Yep. Commonly used on the internet as a way of punctuating a statement. It originates from a story posted on an channel in which a man tries to pass... Oh, no. Oh, hey! I'm not falling into that trap, game. Don't you even think I'm getting my stream banned. It was bad enough with Yuri dropping her tea on her poem, as Chris puts this in the chat on that particular stream. I'm not going there, stream. Karisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. What's wrong? Nothing, really, nothing, okay? Say another word and I hit you. Yeah, Avian, right response. Ew. Yeah, that's grim, people. Very, very grim. And Crazy Girl, she's not the crazy one. It was the person on the at channel. They're the ones who are crazy. Anyway, what's happened with the Phonewave?
何をそんなに興奮しているのだ？ちなみに電話レンジではなく電話レンジ過去仮であって。
I thought you didn't want to get involved. And it's not the Phonewave, it's the Phonewave. Name subject to change.
いいから答えなさい。どうなったの？
Just answer me. Have you learned anything? Yeah, Aristojack, it does seem this game likes its gross references too. We're not safe here, people. Just when you thought we were. Wait, it's one of my streams. Why would you ever think you were safe? Seriously, why?
進展はない。実験を繰り返してみたが、今のところ放電現象および過去へ遡るメールは一度も再現できていない。
No progress. We tried repeating the experiment, but at present, we haven't been able to reproduce the discharge phenomenon or send another email to the past. Oh, migraines suck, Queen. I'm glad they've gone away. Oh, no thanks. Not my idea of fun.
So.
I see. Oh, another email. Who's messaging me now? It's from Shining Finger again. What's she want? Was I being annoying? I am sorry, but I really need information on the IBM 5100, and you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Akiba-kun. I swear, I won't send any more short emails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBM 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything, so let's work together, okay? Moika. You're ashamed that I missed your FF7 reference with grossness. I know that game inside out and I'm struggling with that one. But then again, I've not played it in a while. It's probably a reference that I should know and I'm going to kick myself when you mention it in the chat. And that's fine. Because you've missed a few of my 8 ones in the past, so consider it even. Looks like she's rethinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults. Hello? Can you put your phone away when you're talking with someone? Wutai. Ah, yes. I kind of gloss over Wutai and Yuffie, to be honest, Yuhie. Even though she's the subject of the DLC for the remake that's coming out in... I think it's in July, actually, I think, when that comes out. The 4K patch for PS5, which is going to have the optional DLC to buy as well. Which, yes, I will be picking up, because it's more Final Fantasy VII Remake, why wouldn't I? Yeah, as I say, I kind of ignored Yuhie. I mean, Aerith was best girl. There, I said it, Queen. Aerith was best girl. What are you going to do about it? Huh? Don't be like that. Rather, you should praise me, for I have taught a foul male demon to behave like a civilized human being. Why are you so pompous? I would like to ask you the same. I'd ask you the same thing, Christina. Yes, I get it, Queen. I get it. You want it. To be fair, I think the Yuhie DLC is coming out on the regular game anyway. It's just DLC. It's the 4K patch, which is PS5 exclusive, because, as I say, the PS4 and the PS4 Pro can't output in 4K. So it's only the 4K patch, which is going to be PS5 exclusive. Sorry, Queen. The flower seller has always got my heart. And Aristojack, I think it's awesome if you're planning to cosplay as Yugimoto. That's fantastic. Walk around the con doing a lot of the quotes from the Bridge series. You get loads of respect, mate. I'd be surprised if they make that episode PS5 exclusive, Queen. I'd be very, very surprised. Because it's, like, denying themselves money. I can't see why they'd do that. I'd ask you the same thing, Christina. Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBM 5100 too. I agree that we should exchange information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this mail. I type that out and send it.
メール交換は済んだ法王院さん
Are you done with your little mail exchange, Ho-In-san?
俺のマナーを覚えていたか。いかにも我が名は法院京馬だ。
Oh, so you remember my true name? Indeed, I am Ho-In Kiyoma!
皮肉で言ったのよ
I was being facetious.
どこが皮肉なんだ。お前は俺の正しい名を呼んだ。何も間違いはない。助手としていい心がけだ。
How was that facetious? You called me by my correct name. You made no mistake. You'll make a good assistant. Because I am a pompous twat who believes that every girl is my personal property. Puh. What a git this guy is. Seriously, he's probably the least likeable protagonist I've played so far in any game I've streamed. And that's saying something.
岡部さんって頭おかしいでしょ
Yeah, I get you there, Avia. Never forgiving Yuffie for when she did her manslaughter attempt after returning the goods. I said, I just found that side quest stupid. It was so annoying. Akabi-san, have you sought professional help?
俺は岡部ではない。
I am not Akabe!
あんたと話すのって疲れる
This is exhausting.
それで電話レンジカッコ仮の話だったな。
So, about the Phonewave. Name subject to change.
お前はあの実験の後、タイムマシンなど嘘だなどと悲痛な叫びを上げていた。過去のトラウマでも思い出したか？
After the experiment, you screamed something like, A time machine? It can't be! Did something awaken a past trauma?
おいこら勝手に私にトラウマ設定をつけるな
No, and don't go making one up either.
そう。あれはまだ5歳の頃。クリスティーナはアーカンソー州の草原で雷に。
Back when she was 5 years old, Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when lightning.
撃たれとらんわ5歳の頃はまだバリバリ日本在住よっていうかなんでアーカンソーなのよ
I wasn't hit by lightning, and I was still living in Japan when I was 5. And why Arkansas? Ah, so Avian, you liked the way you had to recruit Yuhie by basically bullshitting to her and then ignoring her. That was fine once it was figured out, but it was so annoying when you're 14 and there's no FAQs on it. That was a pain. Hated it.
のどかな風景を思い浮かべたとき、最初に浮かんだ州の名はアーカンソーであり、次に浮かんだのがオレゴンだった。
I was trying to imagine tranquil scenery, and the first state to come to mind was Arkansas. Second was Oregon. Why not, I don't know, Alaska, if you want to think somewhere that's calm and tranquil. Or am I missing the boat here? Gentleman Gamer checking in saying, evening, how's it all going? It's all going great because, of course, 3 days off. Which is awesome. Say, how are you going, gentlemen? How are you been so far?
そこはユタじゃない相対的に見てユタの方がぽくない
She's got a point, there's another good point, yes. Not Utah. I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable? Say, so while I've got you guys online, obviously I said that I was going to possibly be looking at doing a 24-hour stream for charity. I decided not to do it this month. I'm hoping to do it at the end of next month. The next bank holiday falls on, I think it falls on the 30th of May, or in that weekend area. The reason being I've got the week off afterwards. So, for that I'm planning to play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga, which is one of the mainline games from which Persona offshoot. Now, because it's a 24-hour stream, I'd also appreciate some input from the fans and the people watching who do these things. So, is there anything you particularly like to see me have a go at doing during that 24 hours? Be feasible, and also be reasonable. Take your time to decide. Haha, Queen, you're welcome. For once, I've got you absorbed into something. This is payback for Danganronpa and Persona. Small payback. I've still got about another 200 hours at least to cash in before I'm even close to being caught up with you on that one.
では答えよクリスティーナ。なぜあの時嘘だと言った
Then answer me, Christina. Why did you freak out back then?
別に確信があって言ったわけじゃない。単に信じたくなかっただけってロジックよ。とんでも科学は小説や映画の中だけで十分だわ。
No reason. I simply didn't want to believe. Fringe science should stay in the realm of fiction. Queen, you mentioned the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. There'll be a problem with that. I get the feeling it's going to have stream embargoes. I won't be surprised. It's why I'm not decided to do Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Because that game is likely to have an embargo as well, but at certain points of the game. The reason I want to do Digital Devil Saga is it's an old game from the PS2 era. I found a way to potentially upscale it even beyond what I had with Persona 3 to make it even more gorgeous to look at. And more importantly, I'm unlikely to have any actual issues with copyright. So I'm thinking of doing that particular game. So it's more things to do out of the game. That's right, Alistair Jack, you bang on there. If there's any particular things, a challenge to stay awake, Avian, that's the first one. That's the idea. 24 hours live. That's going to be very, 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 very difficult. So that's the first challenge I'm happy to accept.
とんでも科学だと何をバカな
Fringe science? Don't be ridiculous. Gentlemen, the only problem with Vanilla P5 is I'd have to hook up my PS4 halfway through in my other room. Because obviously Persona 5 is not on anything but the PS4. My PS5 I've not got a 4K pass-through. So I've not got a capture card that can capture it in 4K. And that's why I'm trying to stay on the PC where I can. For the 24-hour one, I want to do it all on one unit, and I prefer to use the PC. Because then I can flip between ROMs and everything else. It's going to be a lot easier.
お前もはっきり見たはずだ。メールが過去へと飛んだあの現象を。バナナが瞬間移動したその瞬間を。
You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leak to the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space. And a drinking game with me, gentlemen, will be kind of boring. Because I don't drink. I'll happily do a shot of Coca-Cola every time I level up, that's fine, but it's like it's not going to be the same as doing a shot of rum. God, that'd be difficult, with the way you need to level grind in a JRPG. Doing that into a drinking game for 24 hours, oh my god. Maybe One Shot Play should try and do that one time, that's the kind of thing they'd do.
見たけど何かの間違いのはず。あるいは私たちが都合のいい解釈をしてるだけ。
I saw her, but we must be missing something. Or maybe we're just seeing what we want to see. Yeah, popping water's pretty good. But I'll do that. Gonna need that anyway. Something I don't like. Trying to think what would work for that, to be honest. Shot something in an hour that I don't like. I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'd have to get back to you. They say drinking a shot of something that's non-alcoholic's not that interesting, unless, as Queen suggests, it's something that's pretty nasty, and I just don't know what it'd be. That's the problem. Each time you die, you have to eat something. Now that's an interesting idea, like a death penalty. That could work, Queen. There's potential in that. I'll have to think of it. It'd have to be something that's not going to make me throw up either.
ATF で言わなかった？タイムマシンは今の技術では夢物語よ。
Remember when I said at ATF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. Arista Jack, that's not a bad idea. I mean, obviously I did Persona 3 wearing my Narukami cosplay, but that was just like a regular one, so it had to be something a bit more different. Maybe I should do my Hukawa Toko cosplay. Or my Amy Rose cosplay. That'd make an interesting stream.
ましてや、あんたたちみたいなお遊びサークルが電話と電子レンジをくっつけただけのガラクタでタイムトラベルを起こせるわけがない。
And yet, a bunch of amateurs like you just stick a phone and a microwave together and expect time travel to occur? Ridiculous.
だが実際に起きた。お前は自分自身の目で見たことを否定するのか？現実よりも理論こそが正しいというのか？ならば一生詭弁を弄して言葉遊びをしているがいい。
But it did occur. Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Or are you saying that theories trump reality? Then I hope you enjoy sophistry and word games, because that's all you'll ever have. I say, if I'm playing a game blind, to be honest, gentlemen, I wouldn't want a permadeath run for that reason, because I've never played the game. Especially playing a Shin Megami Tensei game. Playing that with permadeath punishment, jeez. The stream would be over in less than half an hour, probably, knowing me. And sucking on Lemon Queen? I don't mind Lemon, to be fair. Having said that, there is one thing I could possibly do, now I think about it. Yeah, something... I do have a potential idea, but I don't want to... It'd have to be a mix of something... Well, you say Arista Jack, I mean, both Matoko and Miami ones are actually very comfortable to wear, so I won't mind wearing them at all. If the fans want to see it, then I'll do it. Apart from the wigs, that's the only problem. They get quite hot, but I can always take them off if needs be. Yeah, that'd freak people out. Yeah, well, one of the things I do hate is ketchup. I can't stand ketchup. So maybe I could find something involving that, like, I don't know, something to do with, yeah, I do have an idea, actually, but I'd have to see what I can figure out.
What do you mean, word games?
Quantum theory, for example. If you ask me, theories like that are nothing but word games. It's a keyword challenge, Adrian. What do you mean? Like, pick a strange word, say it in down to see if the audience notices. I mean, I think with Persona 3 we kind of... If you mean like chips as in crisps, I don't think we have them as actually ones you can buy in the UK. Having said that, if I had like... if I bought like something like a load of kettle chips or something like that, I could always do it as a dipping challenge. Yeah, okay, fine. That's one I'll do. I'll put that on the list. If I die, I have to eat like a portion of that with texture. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll make sure I have a bath bag next to me because I'm going to fucking need it. I can't stand that stuff. It's fucking minging.
Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are?
現象に対して素直になれ。起きたことが全てであり、起きていないこと、観測できていないことは全て仮説でしかない。
Do you know this guy now? He reminds me of a flat earther. I've not seen the curve. I've not seen the curve, therefore the world is still flat. Tosser. Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen. Things that aren't observed are just hypotheses. The problem with yeah, as I say, Arista Jack, they go cold. That's the only reason I won't go with chips, aka fries. It won't work. They get cold. I won't be able to rush out and cook every time I die. That's it for fucking ever.
When hypotheses pile up and theories are verified, they become reality. That's how modern physics comes to understand the truth of the universe.
だが仮説が間違っている場合もある。かのアインシュタインでさえ間違えたことがあるのだ。
But sometimes your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things.
間違いかもしれないからやらないの？だったらあんたは一生あの小汚いビルに引きこもって王様を気取っていなさい。
So you're going to do nothing just because you could be wrong? Then enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly gadgets, because that's all you'll ever have.
Oh, she's dropped the burn on that one. Big time. Called him out right on it. Absolutely. Right, so that's 2 challenges already. A cosplay challenge and chips with ketchup every time I die. Ugh. The very thought of that is making me fucking sick. You guys are evil. Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised by this? I've done enough streams by now.
真実には絶対たどり着けない。失敗は成功のもとよ。
Avian. That's a major hard limit for me. Vinegar is fucking nasty. And that's not going to be a challenge for one very simple reason. That actually will make me vomit. Neat vinegar or anything and I will actually puke. That's a hard limit. That's not going on the list. Even if you pledge to put down $100, it's not happening. You'll never reach the truth that way.
Failure teaches success.
なるほど。いい反論だな。
I see. Nice rebuttal.
あくまで上から目線なのな。
You're never getting off your high horse, are you?
ところでクリスティーナよ。俺は常々感じていた。物理学者には矛盾がある。
By the way, Christina, I have always felt that physicists are hypocrites.
矛盾？
What?
現実に起きていて、誰もが知っているが、未だ解明されておらず、物理学者も手をつけようとしない現象というものは確かに存在する。それについてはどう思う？
There are phenomena that everyone knows occur in reality, but which physicists refuse to research. What do you think about that? Nah, fried pickles, nah. As I say, they're definitely not my thing. Plus, as I said, as I mentioned before, anything that's reliant to be heat will be just go cold and it'll be nasty. Especially considering I might have a good run and not die for a few hours. So it's kind of like a waste, if you know what I mean. It needs to be something that would happen and I could dip into quite easy. That's why the potato chips with like a little dollop on the side, that's something I can do almost any time.
例を挙げてもらわないとわからない。
I don't know what to say unless you can give me some good examples.
例えば、幽霊。
Ghosts, for instance.
オカルトかよ。
The occult? Really?
オカルトだからといって思考停止か？それはお前がたった今言ったことと矛盾するぞ。
You refuse to research it just because it's the occult? That contradicts what you just said. And I gotta say, I love Karisu's expression when she was like,
The occult? Really?
a proper case of, bruh, why am I wasting my time with this dude? And she'd be correct to ask that question.
そんなことじゃ、真実には絶対たどり着けない。
You'll never reach the truth that way. Ew. Regular flavoured crisp dipped in mustard. No. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. If I barf, you barf as well, have you? Right, memo to me. If I feel like I'm going to barf, put the splash screen on so that you can't see it.
幽霊を見る人間は確かに存在する。映像としても証拠が存在している。
People have seen ghosts. There is even photographic evidence.
にもかかわらず、なぜ他の仮説をこねくり回し続けていられるのだ？
So where are the theories? Why do physicists refuse to speak?
専攻が違う。
It's a different field of study. Yeah, and I agree, Queen. As I say, and the mustard one is probably slightly better than the ketchup one. Avian, yeah, you've raised a fair one. Drink cold coffee when I die. Right, okay. I can do that one. You've all seen the reaction that happens when that happens. I have to make sure it's got loads of thick grounds at the bottom and everything else. What I'll even do, I'll even make a fresh percolator. So that I'll even make, one like that from a coffee maker, so I get actual coffee grounds in it. Fine. Okay. That one can go on the list.
解明されていない現象に先行もクソもあるまい。
You can't call physics the study of natural phenomena, then decide some things don't count.
そうだけど。
True, but
というわけで、過去へメールを送る現象もきちんと検証すべきだ。助手も力を貸すがいい。
And that's why we must investigate the phenomenon of sending emails to the past. You shall assist me.
嫌よ。
no.
Karisu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me. Cold tea sat out for a while. The thing is, Queen, it's actually not too bad, cold tea. I could do... Oh, actually, there's a point. Yeah, this is rather rank. Well, could possibly do both. Add some dirty tea to the cold coffee grounds. Oh, that would be fucking nasty. This is like, has anyone ever read George's Marvellous Medicine by Roald Dahl? This is exactly what this is getting at the moment. Or the mystery chocolate. That's what we're getting close to, temperature. We're getting close to the mystery chocolate X incident.
私はとんでも科学には手は出さない。父と同じ失敗は犯さない。
I won't have a hand in your fringe science. I won't make the same mistake my father did.
父
Your father?
あんたの考えは口だけは立派だけど、学会じゃ通用しない。
You make a fine argument, but it won't work in the scientific community.
タイムトラベル理論を研究してるなんて言った日には、干されるのがオチよ。
The day you decide to research time travel is the day you're out of a job.
なぜそう言い切れる
How can you be so certain?
私の父がそうだった。
Because that's what happened to my father.
Kurisu grimaces.
物理学者の父はタイムマシンが大好きだった。ウェールズのタイムマシンに魅了されて本気で研究していたわ。
My father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells and the time machine that he seriously studied time travel.
でもそれにこだわりすぎたせいで学会からは追放に近い扱いを受けた。
But because of his obsession, he was practically exiled from the scientific community.
そんな父を見てきたから私はタイムトラベル研究には関わりたくないの。
I will never get involved with time travel research.
This time, her sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. Yeah, and it's all your fault. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say?
ごめん。感情的になって。
I'm sorry, I got emotional.
She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me.
気にすることはない。今のはお前の資質を試すためあえて怒らせたのだからな。
Don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose.
Huh?
とにかく電話レンジはタイムマシンなんかじゃない。
Anyway, the Phonewave isn't a time machine.
メールの送受信は人の手で作られたシステムなんだから、そのシステムの範囲内で現象を説明できるはず。
Email is a man-made system, so this phenomenon should be explainable in the scope of that system.
助手の考えは分かった。そこまでタイムマシンを嫌っているとはな。お前の反応はアレルギーに近い。
I understand. I had no idea you hate time machines that much. It's almost like an allergy.
無理にラボ面に誘って迷惑をかけたな。もう二度と来なくていい。
I apologize for forcing you to become a lab mem. You don't have to come again.
言われなくても来ない。
I wasn't planning on it.
Well, it's the first time he's shown any kind of positive character. Even though there was no way he could force her anyway, at least he said, yeah, I was stupid to do that to you, I'm sorry.
だが、これだけは伝えておく。クリスティーナよ。
But know this, Christina.
クリスティーナって言うの。
Don't call me Christina.
ラボ面ナンバー004は永久欠番としておく。この番号はずっとお前のものだ。
Lab mem number 004 will be a retired number. That number is yours forever. I finished my speech and turned my back to Kurisu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. And bump! I knock out one of the maids because I'm such a pillock. It's kind of hard to walk like this. Hope I don't bump into anyone. See, I'm ahead of the game. Again. Wait, am I even walking straight?
何かっこつけてんのよ。
You look ridiculous.
My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards.
何をする俺によるささやかな演出後腐れのない別れのシーンを台無しにするとは貴様それでも俺の助手か
What are you doing? You've ruined my perfectly staged exit scene! And you call yourself my assistant?
だから助手じゃないと言ったろうが。それにこっちにはまだ話があんのよ。
No, I don't call myself your assistant. And besides, I still have something to ask you.
Damn it! His stubbornness has already returned.
この前は聞けなかったけど、私が刺されたってあんた言ってたわよね。それについての説明を要請する。
I asked you about this before, but you said I got stabbed, right? I demand an explanation.
I've just seen this comment about punishment for the dart game, and apparently I'd be perfectly fine eating it. Of what do you two speak, Queen and Avian? I'm curious now. Ah, yes. The other real-life phenomenon has yet to be explained.
あれは俺が見た幻だ
That was something I hallucinated. Let's just leave it at that for now. Take a bite out of a Scotch bonnet pepper. Yeah, I'd be okay with that, to be honest. I've eaten Komodo dragon peppers before. I've eaten Komodo dragons, I've eaten Scotch bonnets. The one thing I haven't done is had a go at a Carolina Reaper. Because I can't get hold of them. I would love to have a go at Carolina Reapers, but unfortunately I can't get hold of them.
なんであんたの夢に私が出てくるの？
Why would you dream about me?
そんなことは知らんそれと夢ではなく幻だ
I don't know, and it wasn't a dream, it was a hallucination.
ドクター中鉢がどうとか言ってたけど、それは？
You said something about Dr. Nakabachi, didn't you?
あの日ラジカンでドクター中鉢がタイムマシンの発表会をしていた
Oh, ouch, Queen. You took a huge bite out of it with a low tolerance to heat. Balls. Huge balls. Oh, yes, my legendary chili sauce, my chili dogs that dissolved the Franks. I can't remember what I threw into that. I think I threw in Komodo dragons, extra chili sauce, black pepper, something else, and I just poured it over the Frank and I just saw it dissolve into the bun, and I'm like, my mate's gonna hate eating this. I crowned it the Cerberus. It was the only dog that was hot enough for it. Dr. Nakabachi held a time machine presentation at Radican that day.
発表会は中止になった。人工衛星が落ちたから。
That presentation was cancelled because of the satellite crash.
そういうことになっているようだなだが俺が見た幻では無事開催された俺はそれをマユリと一緒に見に行ってお前に声をかけられたのだ
So it seems. But in my hallucination, the presentation proceeded as planned. Mayuri and I went to see it, and you came over to flirt with me.
私はナンパなんてしない。ましてや、あんたみたいなバカに声はかけない。
I don't flirt, especially not with idiots like you.
Like, is Karisu our tsundere for this game? It certainly seems that way, doesn't it? She's gone that particular approach. Ah, good mythical morning, Avian. Damn, I've not seen them for years. I watched them a long time ago. And you call it ignorance, Queen. I call it brave. Foolish, but brave.
だから幻だったと言っているだろういやあるいは幻なのはこちらの世界なのかもな
Like I said, it wasn't real, okay? No. Maybe this world is what isn't real.
だとしたら電話レンジカッコ仮の謎も解決だ幻ならば物理法則を無視したことも起こりうる
That would explain the riddle of the Phonewave. Name subject to change. If this world is some kind of simulation, then we can disregard the laws of physics. So, Avian, you took the first bite and decided you wasn't going to be the only sucker. Oh, that's evil. Well played. Very well played.
現実逃避？意外とチキンね。
Escapism? That's unexpectedly chicken of you.
仮説を提示したのだよ物理学者お得意のな
It's a hypothesis. Your favourite thing.
私は誰に刺されたの？もしかしてあんた？
So who stabbed me? Don't tell me it was you.
I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsing in a puddle of blood, and it sent shivers down my spine. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood.
俺が駆けつけた時にはすでにお前は血まみれで倒れていた。犯人は見なかった。
You're already dead when I got there. I didn't see who did it. Let's say the dumbfounded silence followed by stealing everyone's pop does sound rather epic. It almost reminds me of one of those high school movie scenes. And everyone dying laughing. Yeah, basically what you ended up doing was falling into an outtake of Mean Girls. And that's what happened, Queen.
わからないな。なんで私が幻でとはいえ殺されなくちゃいけないのよ。恨みでもあるの？
Speaking of Mean Girls, by the way, if you've not seen it on YouTube, someone has done a fake trailer for Mean Girls where they replaced the visuals with Danganronpa the anime. It's brilliant. Well worth checking out. It's incredibly funny. It's only like 2.5 minutes long because it's just a movie trailer, but they've taken the original movie audio but put it to Danganronpa clips. It is hilariously funny.
I don't get it. Why do I have to die in your mind? You have something against me?
全くない。その時点では俺とお前は一度だけ話したことがある程度のただの通りすがりの他人だった。
Of course not. At that point in time, we had only spoken once. We were just strangers. Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined, so strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I'd read in the magazine. Yep, Queen, you've seen it. I thought you might have done. It's absolutely awesome. The character choices they have for it are amazing. Who they choose to be Regina George is just perfect. I'm not going to spoil it in case everyone wants to check it out.
とにかく接点などほとんどなかった。故に俺はお前の死体を見た後、119番に通報することなくその場を後にしたのだ。
Anyway, we didn't know each other. That's why I ran away instead of calling for an ambulance.
白状者。
My hero.
何を望んでいる？過去に戻ってお前の死体を丁重に扱えと？そのためには電話レンジカッコ仮を使えるようにしなければな。
What, you want me to go back in time and give you CPR or something? I need to use the Phonewave. Name subject to change for that. Yeah, Queen, I agree. There's only one person it could possibly have been, but it wouldn't have worked. As I say, it definitely the choice for Regina was definitely the best one. There's one other character that could have worked, but I'm glad they didn't do it.
もういいわ。今後そんな幻見ないで。他人の夢の中とはいえ、自分が殺されてると思ったらいい気分はしない。
I've heard enough. No more hallucinating about me, okay? Dying isn't fun, especially if it's in someone else's head.
保証はできないな。それを実行するためには24時間完璧に俺の脳内を監視しなければなるまい。
I can't make any guarantees. That would require perfect 24-hour surveillance inside my brain.
本当にあんたって、ああ言えばこう言うわね。
You have a comeback for everything, don't you?
Kurisu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grab Kurisu's slender shoulder from behind.
何よ。
Kia! What now?
俺の話は終わっていない。
I'm not done talking.
喧嘩売ってるだろ。
You trying to pick a fight?
別れのシーンを台無しにしたお返しだクリスティーナ。己の軽率な行動を恨むのだな。
It's revenge for ruining my farewell scene, Christina. You shall regret your thoughtless actions.
はいはい、わかりました。で、何よ。
Okay, okay, fine. What is it?
IBN5100 の件だ。
About the IBN 5100.
剣だとか言われても知らないわよ。何なの？
I don't know what you're talking about.
いや、知らないのならばいい。さらばだ。もう二度と会うこともないだろう。
If you don't know, then forget about it. Farewell. We will not meet again. I turn my back to Kurisu. This time, I'll make her perfect.
言い かけたままやめないで。気持ち悪いでしょ。
Hey, don't tell me to forget about it.
She grabs my arm. Damn it, this is the second time!
IBN 5000何？
What is the IBN 5... whatever?
IBN5100 1975年発売のレトロ PC だ。今探している。
The IBM 5100. It's a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one.
何に使うつもり？
Yeah? What are you going to do with it?
Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl's just brimming with curiosity.
気になるか？
Interested? Karisu quickly averts her eyes, but she doesn't let go of my arm.
気になるのだな。
You're interested, aren't you?
少しだけよ。
Just a little.
ならば答えよう。IBN5100 はセルンの秘密につながっている。
Then I shall answer. The IBM 5100 is the key to unlocking CERN's most closely guarded secrets.
セルンってあのセルン？
Playing the game at the same time as watching it, are you, Queen? You're forgetting that I'm playing this on Steam, so when you do that, you pop up on my stream. So, free promotion there for your channel if you're getting some footage for the elite version of the game.
CERN? You mean the CERN?
いかにも。そして我がラボが総力を挙げて調べたところによれば、セルンはタイムトラベルについて研究している痕跡がある。
Indeed. Through the tireless efforts of my faithful lab members, we have uncovered evidence that CERN is researching time travel. Come, be astonished!
バカみたい。聞いて損した。
Great, I shouldn't have asked.
Carissa gives me a cold stare. Then lets go and starts walking away. This time, she's gone for good. Damn you! Just you watch. I will expose CERN's secrets if it's the last thing I do! Now we're in the weird retro mall area where you can buy a load of small washers and nuts and computer parts. The next day, I decide to hit Akiba's computer parts stores. I did as much as I could yesterday, after parting with Karisu, but no luck. Finding an IBM 5100 is obviously going to be a huge pain in the arse. I'm standing in the narrow tunnel that runs beside the Radicam building. Small shops selling everything from motherboards to resistors to vacuum tubes line both sides of the tunnel. Here lie the vestiges of the old electric town, Akiba's conscience, so to speak. Casual otaku usually avoid stores like these. It's like a holy land that only true fanatics can enter. Not that I am an expert on computer parts. Furthermore, these shops only sell parts, so it's actually kind of silly to be searching for a whole PC here. Still, something about the sight of all these electronics gets my blood pumping. I have to hide my excitement to maintain my dignity. If a storekeeper yells, "Hey kid, you're 10 years too young for this stuff," then I'll have no choice but to run. Fortunately, no one has yelled at me yet. In fact, the storekeepers seem to be ignoring me. They must be more open-minded than I thought. Or maybe they just don't care. I search each store in turn, but turn up neither hide nor hair of an IBM 5100. Incoming call from Mayuri.
もしもし、俺だ。
It's me, what's up?
マイシhere!
直通回線でかけるなと言ったはずだ。盗聴されている可能性があるのだぞ。
I thought I told you not to contact me on this line. It could be tapped.
What?
不活な真似はするなと言っている。それで、そちらの状況は？
I'm telling you not to be so careless. Anyway, give me a sit rep.
オカリンオカリン、マユシーはオカリンが何言ってるか全くついていけないよ。
Ocarine, Maishi doesn't know what that means.
要するに何の用だと言っているのだ。
I'm asking why you're calling.
わかりにくい。
Why didn't you just say that?
ねえねえ、今どこにいるの？
What are you doing now?
作戦行動中だ。
Executing the mission.
たくさん子供中？
Executing the missus? Oh! Hey! So a kitty maid's marriage advice is execute the missus. Welcome back to England in 1662, I guess, with that one.
作戦行動中。IBN5100 を探し回っているのだ。
The mission! I'm looking for an IBN 5100.
そっか、そうなんだ。あ、でもマユシーはすごい話を聞いちゃったのです。
Well, why did you say so? Mayashi heard something amazing just now.
聞きたい？
Wanna hear?
有益な情報なら聞こう。
If it's valuable information, then by all means.
じゃあ、メイクインに来て。待ってるからね。
Well, then come to me, Queen. I'll be waiting.
おい、電話で話せ。おい、マユリ。
Hey, tell me over the phone! Hey, Mayuri!
なぜわざわざメイクインに行かねばならんのだ。
Why do we have to go all the way to May Queen? I complain, but it's less than a 10-minute walk. Whatever. I haven't had lunch, so I guess I'll eat while I'm there. May Queen plus Nyan squared. There's a handwritten sign outside May Queen that says, "Today's the Faris Cup, Nyan." Well, I'm trying to figure out what that means. You should already know because we were in there. It's Faris's online game thing, you pillock.
おかり。
Queen.
Mayuri trots up to me in full maid regalia. She has a convenience store bag in hand.
マユシーはね、お昼休憩でコンビニに行ってたのです。
Mayashi went to the convenience store during lunch break.
Then Mayuri takes out her pocket watch. Pockety. She checks the time.
休憩って言ってもね、あと5分くらいしかないんだよ。
Now there's only 5 minutes left.
Mayuri squats next to the stairs.
それはご苦労。で、すごい話とは一体何だ。
Now, if you're wondering why it says that she squats next to the stairs, it's because in Japan, to eat on the go, as in eat while you're walking, is incredibly rude. But there's often no benches out on the streets. So what people do is when they're like, having lunch, they will squat on the floor, or they'll squat and have a smoke. It's just one of the cultural things about that country. You walk past it, everyone's sat there squatting on their ankles. It's a bit strange. Until you get used to it. Good work. So, what was that amazing thing you heard?
その前に、ご飯。
Before that, food.
She takes some fried chicken out of the convenience store bag as she speaks. The aroma of the chicken stirs my appetite.
一個くれ。
Let me have one.
いいよ。
Okay.
She skewers a piece of chicken on a toothpick and hands it out for me.
どうぞ。
Here you go.
店先でよくそんな真似ができるな。メイドとしての自覚が足らんぞ。
You can't do that in front of the store. You're supposed to be a maid.
自覚？
So?
お前はここでは椎名真由里ではなく、マユシーニャンニャンなのだ。
Here, you're not Sheena Mayuri, but Maisi Nyan Nyan.
なのに店先で俺に、はい、などということをするのは、この店を訪れるすべてのご主人様たちに対する裏切り行為とみなされるだろう。
You can't say, in front of the store. Your customers are going to see that as a betrayal.
あ、そっか。マユシーはあんまり深く考えてなかったよ。
Oh, Mayashi didn't think of that.
With that said, I take the chicken off the toothpick by my hand and throw it in my mouth. Delicious. Not as good as juicy chicken number 1 though.
それで、すごい話とは一体何だ。
Well, what was that amazing thing you heard?
そうそう。IBN5100 の話なの。
Oh, right. Actually, it's about the IBN 5100.
part-time warrior. Secret.
Yeah. That's the secret. Where do you think? If you get it right, I'll take you anywhere.
Anywhere reachable by bicycle eyes.
Take a guess. By the way, no hints.
まさか手がかりを掴んだのか。そうか、メイクインにあったんだな。これはなんという盲点だ。俺としたことか。
You found a lead? Of course, it was a May Queen. I can't believe I missed it.
違うよ。あるわけないよ。
No, it's not. That's silly.
Damn, don't get my hopes up like that. Mayuri has a triumphant look on her face, but I don't see where this is going at all.
あのね、マユシーはさっきバイト中に IBN5100 のことを思い出して店のみんなに聞いてみたんだ。
Mayushi was thinking of the IBN 5100 during work, so I asked the other girls if they knew anything.
最初はマッキーちゃんに聞いたんだけど、マッキーちゃんは PC には詳しくないんだって。
First I asked Maki-chan, but Maki-chan said she's not good with computers.
それにね、リサリサちゃんは PC は PC でも最近のしか知らなくって、しかもマカーだし。
And then there's Lisa-chan, but she only knows about the latest PCs, and she's actually a Mac head.
A Mac head? I've never heard of that for an Apple user before, a Mac head. It makes me think of a... it sounds a bit too close to a drug slang word. I wouldn't want to be called that if I was into using Apple Macs. I really wouldn't want that.
まゆり、さっさと要点を話せ。お前がいかに苦労したかはどうでもいい。
Just get to the point. I don't really care how much trouble you went through, because I'm an asshole.
つまりフェリスちゃんが知ってるっぽいよ。
Well, I think Ferris-chan knows.
何？それは本当か？
What? Is that true?
あのね、レトロ PC マニアなんだって。
Yep. Did you know she's a retro PC maniac?
フェイリスが。
Ferris. That girl is seriously hardcore. I prefer to stay away from her if possible, but I'm really desperate for information. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。IBN5100 の手がかりをつかめそうだ。ああ、聞いて驚くな。フェイリスニャンニャンだ。
It's me. Looks like we've got a lead on the IBN 5100. Are you ready for this? It's Ferris Nyanyan.
あの猫娘か。レトロ PC に詳しいとはな。これは何か裏があると見るべきだろう。
It turns out the cat girl's an expert on retro PCs. There's probably another side to this. Let's keep our eyes open.
相変わらず人使いが荒いな。わかっている。今すぐ会いに行ってくる。
I suppose I'm the only man for the job. Very well. I'll make the approach.
もしも今日の20時までに連絡しなかったら、俺に構わずメイクインに襲撃をかけろ。
If you don't hear from me by 2000 hours tonight, then forget about me and commence the strike on May Queen.
すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択だ。エルプサイコングル。
Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. El Sai Congru. I put away my phone, grab another piece of chicken, and look up at May Queen's window.
唐揚げ2個目をあげるって言ってないよ。
Ah, I didn't say you could have two.
前よりよくやった。お前からの情報は有意義に使わせてもらう。
Well done, Mayuri. I'll see that your information is put to good use. Stealing food. Ticket to hell for that one. Especially stealing from a cute girl who gave you the grace of giving you one. Taking advantage is not cool.
唐揚げ。
My chicken.
ところで、 そこの看板にあるフェイリス杯というのは何だ？
By the way, what's this Ferris Cup about?
唐揚げ
My chicken!
Mayuri is stuffing the remaining chicken into her mouth as fast as she can. There are tears in her eyes. Oh, come on, it was just 2.
いや、もう得ないな。情報が少ないのが不安なところだが、これより突入を開始する。
Well, whatever. I'm uneasy about the lack of intel, but the mission must go on.
マユリはここで待っていろ。1時間以内に戻らなければ、すぐにここを離れて家に帰るのだ。わかったな。
Wait here, Mayuri. If I don't return within the hour, go home immediately. Understood?
マユシはこの後もバイトだからそんなの無理だよ。
I can't! I have to work!
Anyway, let's leave Mayuri to her chicken and begin the approach.
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
Welcome, Miasta!
When I enter the cafe, it's fully occupied like usual.
にゃんにゃー。今日も参加するにゃ。
Nya nya! Is Kilma gonna join too?
今日はフェイリス杯なのにゃ。
Today's the Ferris Cup, Nya!
Doesn't look like she plans to explain what that is. I take my phone out
お前
again.
ら調べてもらいたいことがある。フェイリス杯について。
It's me. Run a search on the Ferris Cup.
何？フェイリスを自由にできる権利をかけた殺戮のバトルロイヤルだと。
This face tells you how I reacted to that dialogue. I'm not happy. What? A battle to the death where the winner gets to... censored.
どうやら俺はとんでもないところに来てしまったらしい。いや、問題ない。なんとか生き延びてみせるさ。いかなる手段を使ってもな。エルプサイコ。
Looks like I've stepped into one hell of a mess. No, there's no problem. I'll survive. By any means necessary. L. Psi. Congru. I put away my phone and turn to Faris.
フェイリス杯バトルロイヤルなの。
The Faris Cup is a battle royale, isn't it?
違うにゃ。フェイリスを奴隷にできる権利をかけた殺戮のバトルロイヤルにゃ。
Oh dear. Right, here we go.
No, Nya! It's a cat eat cat battle royale where the winner gets to make Ferris his slave, Nya!
This is dodgy, this. This is dodgy, dodgy, fucking dodgy.
みんないけないにゃ。フェイリスのために殺し合うなんてそんなのダメなのにゃ。もうやめてにゃ。
Ah, no, you can't! You can't claw at each other's throats over Ferris, Nya! Please, stop, Nya!
Faris starts crying and wriggling her body seductively. That's some pretty good acting. But of course, no one here is killing anyone.
今日お願いにゃ。みんなを止めてにゃ。
Kilma, please, Nya! Stop them!
安全だ。俺が止めるまでだ。みんなおとなしく席についている。
Don't worry. There's nobody for me to stop. Everyone's sitting silently in their seats. Nevertheless, the atmosphere here is different. I sense bloodlust in the air.
マジな話。フェイリス杯とは何なのだ？
No, seriously, what's the Faris Cup?
フェイリスとの勝負にゃ。フェイリスはみんなを同時に相手にするのにゃ。フェイリスを喜ばせてくれた人にはご褒美があるのにゃ。
A part of our contest with Ferris, Nya! Ferris goes at it with everyone at the same time, Nyan! A reward goes to those who find Ferris worthy, Nyan!
I go up and look at Faris hard.
フェイリス本気なのか？
Faris, are you serious? Going at it with all these men at the same time? She's insane. Bruh. That's all I gotta say on that one. I wish I had a button where I could press it and you just get the classic audio of the bruh. I'd love to do that. But Faris grins. A fang-like tooth peeks out from her glistening red lips.
このままじゃフェイリスは
If you don't do something, Faris is going to become everyone's plaything, yeah?
Faris approaches me. Her slender fingers touch my arm. Her caress gives me goosebumps.
今日もフェリスを助けてにゃ。
Save Faris's fur, Kiyoma.
I can't take my eyes off her. I've been entranced. This girl has the power to bend men to her will. I must resist.
断る。
I refuse!
Nya nya.
I shake her paws off. Whew, that was close. She has one hell of an evil eye. I barely escaped enticement, and only because I am the insane mad scientist Hyoin Kyoma. Who's mailed me? Oh, it's Lukaku.
I'd be happy to cook, but I'm afraid it might interfere with my shrine duties. Do you mind if I take some time to think it over? P.S. I was so deep in thought, I didn't do any practice swings with my Samidare.
Go with that one. Your true class is Miko. You must not forget that. Devote yourself to that for now. Of course, that includes practice swings with Samidare. I didn't come to fight. I only came to talk to you.
参戦しないならごめんなさいだけど帰り願うにゃ。
If they're not going to play, then I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you to leave, yeah?
メイドの分際でご主人様を帰らせる気か。
What's this? A maid sending a customer away?
今日のフェイリスはフェイリス杯主催者なのにゃ。お店に入れるのは参加者だけにゃ。
Faris is the organizer of the Faris Cup today, yeah? Only participants are allowed inside the shop, yeah?
話は2分で済む。IBN
I only need 2 minutes. The IBN...
聞かないにゃ。
Not listening, yeah?
Faris puts her hands over her ears. Her real ears, not the cat's ears. Then she laughs mischievously.
フェイリスとお話ししたかったら今日もフェイリス杯に参加するしか方法はないにゃ。
If you want to talk to Faris, you have no choice but to join the Faris Cup, yeah?
足元を見て。
No, that's just low.
さあどうするにゃ。戦わなければ生き残れないにゃ。
So, what'll it be, Nian? You can't survive unless you fight with your own paws, Nian.
Use any method to attain information. That's my current mission. I have to do it, no matter what lies ahead.
やむをえんな。その勝負受けてたと。ただし
There's no choice. I accept your challenge, but on one condition. I thrust my finger at the tip of Faris's nose.
勝負した暁にお前が知る情報を全て話してもらうぞ。
If I face you, you'll tell me everything you know.
にゃにゃ。別にいいけど。
Nya, nya? Well, fine by me, nya.
じゃあご主人様ご案内にゃんにゃん。
Well then, master, this way, nya, nya.
She sticks a name tag onto my chest. Ow, that hurt. The number 28 is written on it with round, girly numbers. 28, how I long to be that age again. 10 years ago. Where has time gone, and why has it been so cruel? I cautiously let Faris lead me to the back of the cafe, and finally learn what the customers are doing. Everyone's engrossed in some kind of card game. Yu-Gi-Oh? Is that you? Now I remember. The other day, Faris said that she was doing a Reiner Access Battlers tournament. That's the Faris Cup. If you win, you get to eat Faris's home cooking, or something like that. Looks like Faris tricked me.
Save me, she said. Nya,
She said. I knew she was not to be trifled with.
あれオカリンなんでいるん？ライネットやったことねえのに。
Huh? Why are you here? You don't do Rainet.
誰？
Daru?
お前ここで何をしている？セルの件はどうした？
What are you doing here? What about Sun?
今日ぐらい休ませてくれよ。2日連続徹夜した僕をもっといたわるべきだろう、上皇。
Let me rest for one day, man. You should treat me better after 2 consecutive all-nighters.
今にもセルによって世界が支配されようとしているのに何をのんきな。
Sun's power grows stronger by the day, and here you are without a care in the world.
オカリンだってのんきにここにいるじゃん。
You're here too.
俺は別件できて巻き込まれたのだ。ライネットにもフェイリスの手料理にも興味はない。
I came here for an unrelated matter and got dragged into this nonsense. I'm not interested in Rainet or Paris's home cooking. The second those words leave my lips, I feel like everyone in the store is glaring at me. They want my blood. Come to think of it, the Faris Cup was organised by Faris, so it makes sense that only Faris fans will participate. In other words, I'm the away team. I'm surrounded by enemies. But this is something I must do. This is just one more step on my road to the IBN 5100. Obtain information using any means necessary. With that mission in mind, I sit next to Daru and softly whisper to him.
誰？オペレーションシグマだ。
Daru, Operation Sigma.
なんぞそれ。
What's that?
手を組もうと言っている。俺たち二人がチームを組めば最強だろう。
I'm saying we should cooperate. We'll be the strongest if we team up, right?
最強じゃねえよ。むしろ弱体化するよ。オカリンはライネッターとして度がつくぐらいの初心者だろ。
More like you're gonna drag me down. You're a noob at this game, Ocarine.
俺にとってお前はまさに右腕。そんな心強い相棒がいてくれたのだ。もう怖いものはない。
But you're my right-hand man. As long as we're together, we have nothing to fear. Daru flashes his white teeth in a grin.
だが断る。足引っ張られたくないし。
But I refuse. I'm in this thing to win.
貴様それでも仲間か。
Call yourself my friend?
この件に関しては敵。
In this tournament, we're enemies.
裏切ったんだ。何のためにお前をスパイとしてこの店に送り込んだと思っている。
You traitor! Why do you think I sent you into this cafe as a spy?
送り込まれてねえし。僕は毎日フェイリスさんのブログをチェックしてるほどの純粋かつ熱狂的なファンであって。
But you didn't send me. I'm Faris Tan's biggest fan. I check her blog every day and... Suddenly, the cafe's lights dim. A song starts playing. A somewhat solemn melody with sexy and powerful female vocals. I've heard this song a lot recently. Pretty sure it's the theme song to Rainet Kakeru.
Hi everyone, thanks for waiting, Nyan. The afternoon Faris Cup is about to begin, yeah?
Faris appears in a spotlight. The previously peaceful audience instantly explodes in excitement. Everyone stands up and shouts in unison with their fists raised skyward.
Thank you, Nyan.
Faris responds to the shouts of joy with a wave of her hand and clears her throat.
ルールは簡単。フェイリスがみんなと一人ずつライネットで勝負するにゃ。
The rules are simple. Faris will face off against each one of you, Nya.
フェイリスは頑張って10人までなら同時にお相手できるのにゃ。
Faris will even go par to par with 10 people at once, Nya.
ちなみにフェイリスに勝った人にはご褒美として手料理を作ってあげるにゃ。
If you beat Faris, you'll get her home cooking as a reward, Nya.
そんじゃみんな楽しんで勝負しようね。
Now everyone, enjoy the contest.
Lots are drawn to determine the order we face Faris. Seems like there are 28 participants, including me. Faris will face 10 people at the same time, so she divides us into 3 rounds. I'm in the 3rd round.
うぼフェイリス強いよフェイリス
Gah! Strong Faris is strong! Daru, a first round participant, was insta-killed by Faris. I'm loving the sight of all these Otaku just like going, shame, shame. I should be making that face for playing this kind of game live on the internet. But I have no shame, so I can't. How weak. And he said I was going to be the burden. No, maybe Faris is just too strong. Rhino Access Battlers is similar to chess. There's a special board where you compete using pieces arranged in rows. Best girl Hifumi, where are you when I need you? After all, you said you were going to be my paramour and suitress all those streams ago. Where are you now? The rules are fairly complicated, but basically, the point of the game is to get your pieces into the enemy camp. Whoever gets the most pieces into the enemy camp wins. Faris is playing against 10 people at once. She moves from table to table in a circle, taking one move at each before proceeding to the next. In Go, Shogi, and chess, this is called a simultaneous exhibition. High-level players hold them to demonstrate their skill. And Faris does indeed seem to be highly skilled, just as Darius said. All 10 of the first round participants are annihilated within 15 minutes.
みんなもうちょっと頑張ってほしいにゃ
I hope the next group tries a little harder, Nyan. Damn you, Faris. Don't get cocky. I'll lean back against the wall and silently watch round 2's matches.
フェリスちゃんすごく強いね
Faris-chan sure is strong.
Mayuri returns from her break with a drinking hand and whispers to me.
マユシーはライネットの腕前からきしだからねすごく羨ましいよ
Mayushi's really bad at Reinhardt, so I'm really jealous.
強くなったらどうなるのだ
What would you do if you were good at it?
オカリ今はねライネットアクセスバトラーズは秋葉どころか世界規模のブレンドなんだよ
Don't you know? Reinhardt Access Battlers isn't just popular in Akiba, it's a global brand.
Oh, blend. So it's coffee.
トレンドだろ
I think you mean trend.
うんそれだからね強くなったらきっとちびっ子たちの英雄になれるよ
Yeah, that. So if you get good at it, you're sure to be every kid's hero.
Ah, so I just realised when I press what would be the circle button on a PlayStation controller, I can actually make it full screen. That could be useful.
英雄か悪くない響きだ
Hero, huh? That doesn't sound bad.
それにねルーパがとっても可愛いの
Besides, Upa is so cute.
Upa, as everyone knows, is Reinet's mascot character. These days he's more popular than that electric yellow rat. Electric yellow rat. Wonder what that's a reference to. Some kind of monster that's in your pocket, maybe? Summons bolts? Had a film where he was a detective recently, voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
待てその論視展開はおかしいライネットが強くなることとウーパが可愛いことは関係ないだろう
Wait, there's something strange about your argument. How does Reinet's skill relate to Upa's cuteness? I guess they're related in Mayuri's mind. She must be after those limited Upa plushes that he gave away out to participants in official tournaments. You'll never become the strongest with such impure intentions, Mayuri. Vow of silence in the comments there, Ravian. No selling it as much as you can, I assume.
フェリスちゃんはとっても忙しいから公式大会に出る暇もないんだけどきっと世界でもトップレベルの腕前だと思うんだ
Ferris-chan's too busy to go to tournaments, but I think she's definitely a world-class player.
If that's the case, these faceless rabble participating in the Faris Cup are unworthy opponents. Just as expected, round 2 ends the same as round 1. Nobody's even close to Faris' level.
にゃんにゃん、みんなごめんにゃ。でもフェイリスはライネットで手加減したら相手に失礼だと思ってるにゃ。
Nyan Nyan? Sorry, Nyan, but Ferris never pulls punches in Rhinet.
それにフェイリスが求めているのは真剣勝負なんだにゃ。
I want someone who can go par to par with me, Nyan.
フェイリスだ。マジパネス。僕らじゃ勝てるわけがなかったんだ。
Wow, Ferris-chan is too strong. We can't win. It was hopeless from the get-go. A thick mood of defeat has already spread across the challengers. Some of them are even on their knees in shame.
ざまあないな貴様ら。
You're all pathetic. I stride to the front of the crowd. I nonchalantly meet Varys' questioning gaze.
だが真打ちというのは最後に出てきてこそだ。
But we've been saving the best for last.
だるお前に教えてやる真の男の戦い方というものをな。
Daru, allow me to show you how a true man fights by challenging a girl in a maid outfit to a game of chess. 'Cause I am a man! To be fair, he's more manly than me. I wouldn't go anywhere near the chessboard apart from to throw it out the window.
オカリン、まさか何か秘策が？
Don't tell me you've got a plan.
そういうことだ。作戦名は G バックとだけ言っておこう。
I do. Let's just call this Operation Sweet Side. A loud "Oh" echoes from all around me. Those cruelly defeated by Faris entrust their hopes unto me, unto us all, the 8 round 3 participants. Avengers! They say. I can feel their pain. It gives me strength. At first, we were enemies, but now our hearts are joined against the indomitable might of Faris.
京馬には自信があるのかにゃ。
So, Kiyama thinks he's at the par, Nyan.
これまでに散っていった20人の涙無駄にはせん。
The tears of the fallen 20 shall not be in vain.
フェイリスよ約束は覚えているな。この勝負が終わったらお前が知っている情報をすべて話してもらうぞ。
Do you remember our promise, Faris? Once this match is over, you will tell me everything you know.
すげえ。オカリンのやつ、初めからフェイリスに勝つ気だ。
Amazing. That crazy bastard actually means to win.
オカリン、頑張れ。
Go for it, Ocarine.
The crowd goes wild. They place their hopes on me. I slowly step on up to the plate to meet my fate and walk into the lion's lair.
5分それまでに勝負は決するだろう。
5 minutes. That's all it will take to decide the match. And Avian, I don't hope Faris wins. I hope Faris annihilates him.
それじゃ3巡目始めるにゃ。ライネットアクセスバトラーズデュエルアクセス。
Okay, round 3 start, Nyan. Rhinet Access Battlers, Dual Access.
Here we go.
参りました。
I give up. It didn't even take 5 minutes.
オカリン弱すぎる。
You're weak. Too weak. Obviously, I'd never played Rhino Access Battlers before. There's no way I can win if I don't even know the rules. By the way, I'm not alone. All 8 of the third round contestants were blown out. And thus, the tournament ends in total victory for Faris.
マユシはがっかりなので
Mayoshi's disappointed.
結局全部ハったりだったん？作戦名 G バックって何だったんだよおい。
So it was all a bluff. What happened to Operation Sweet Side?
京馬はまるで自爆するみたいに突っ込んできたのにゃ。
It was almost like Kyoma committed suicide, yeah?
え、それってまさか。
Wait, don't tell me.
そのまさかだ。
Yes, it's exactly what you're thinking. I leap onto a chair and strike an awesome pose, bathing the losers below me in scorn. Why the long faces, men?
作戦名 G バックとはすなわち自爆に等しい突撃を仕掛けること。
Operation Sweet Side was a suicide attack.
どう見てもダジャレです。本当にありがとうございました。
That's gotta be the worst pun ever. Yes, well, Queen, don't deflate the fact that I wanted Faris to kick his ass, and she did. Doesn't matter if he never even tried, that's not the point, I still got the answer I wanted. Don't try picking holes in my argument on my stream. That's very rude of you. I don't know the rules. What else could I do?
でもなんで京馬は負けたのにそんなに偉そうなのにゃ。
But why are you so proud even though I made killer out of you, yeah?
まだ気づかないのかフェイリスニャンニャン。俺にとってこの戦い勝ち負けなどどうでもよかったのだ。
Have you not figured it out, Faris Nian Yan? Win or lose, it made no difference.
どういうことかにゃ。
What's that supposed to mean, yeah?
俺がお前に提示した条件を覚えているか？
Do you remember the conditions I set?
はにゃ。フェイリスが負けたら情報をすべて話す。
Yeah? If Faris lost, then she'd tell you everything.
違うな。間違っているぞ、フェイリス。俺はこう言ったのだ。
No, you are wrong, Faris. What I said was...
勝負した暁にはお前が知る情報をすべて話してもらうと。勝負した暁にはだ。わかるかフェイリス。
If I face you, you'll tell me everything you know. If I face you. Now do you understand? Oh, don't wound me on stream, blowing raspberries at me on stream. Wounded! Seriously, wounded!
俺は一言もお前に勝ったらとは言っていない。
I never needed to win.
この作戦は俺だからこそできたこと。この場にいる誰もがフェイリスの手作り料理という目の前の餌に釣られ勝つことにこだわりすぎていた。
No one else could have pulled it off. These fools were lured here by the prospect of Faris's home cooking. They were obsessed with winning.
だが俺は違った。フェイリスの手料理などには全く興味はなかった。そのモチベーションの差こそがこの負け前提の作戦を成功に導いたのだ。
But not I. Your home cooking meant nothing to me. That difference in motivation is what allowed this suicide mission to succeed. Always bets on me. I'm always ahead of the game. My laughter echoes through the cafe. Everyone is staring at me in disbelief. Mayuri's the only one to applaud.
オカリンすごいね。
Wow, Okarin, you're amazing.
汚ね。
That's dirty!
頭脳的作戦といえこれぞオペレーション G バックだ。
I think you mean fiendishly clever. Behold the success of Operation Sweet Side. I get off the chair and walk to Faris.
さあフェイリス答えてもらおう。 IBN5100 はどこにある？
Now, Faris, answer me. Where is the IBN 5100?
にゃ IBN5100?
Yeah? The IBN 5100?
しらばっくれても無駄だ。俺は確かな筋から情報を得ているのだ。
Don't play dumb. I have a reliable source. I remember that image of the IBN 5100's shining finger sent me. I bring it up on my phone and show it to Faris.
お前が IBN5100 について知っているのは間違いない。
I know that you have information on the IBN 5100.
にゃそんな小難しい名前言われてもさっぱりにゃ。この写真の PC はどっかで見たことあるような気もするんやけど。
Yeah. How do you expect me to remember that, Nia? Though I think I've seen this computer before.
どういうことだ。お前はレトロ PC に詳しいのだろ。前よりがそう言っていたぞ。
What? I thought you were an expert on retro PCs. Mayuri told me so.
うわ、情報源明かしてるし。
You leaked your source.
マヨシーが確かな筋です。
Yep, Mayashi is a reliable source.
詳しくはないにゃ。うちのパパが集めてたから今も家の倉庫にたくさんしまってあるけど。
I'm not an expert, Nia. Papa collected them, so we've got tons at home, that's all.
つまりそこに IBN5100 が眠っているのだな。では今すぐ案内してもらおう。
So that must be where the IBN 5100 is sealed. Take me there at once.
それは無理にゃ。
I can't, Nia.
なぜだ。
What? Why? Faris puts on a bewitching smile.
あそこはフェイリス家にとっての聖域なのにゃ。
Because that's the Faris clan's sanctuary, Nia.
Now you can see the cutie blushy eyes have really gone for the cutesiness there, haven't they? The Faris clan?
入ることができるのは猫耳を持つフェイリス家の娘で巫女の修行を積んだ者だけにゃ。
The only ones who may enter are the Faris clan's cat-eared daughters, those who pursue the knowledge of Meow Miko.
つまりフェイリス以外は誰も入れないのにゃ。もし無理に入ろうとすれば犬耳が生えてしまうにゃ。
In other words, it's paws off to everybody but Faris, Nia. Try to force your way in, and you'll grow dog ears, Nia.
そんなわけなかろうが。何が犬耳だ。
Like hell I will. Dog ears. Yeah, right.
ほんとなのにゃ。フェイリス嘘は言ってないのにゃ。
It's true, Nia. Faris doesn't tell tales, Nia.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling. Obviously, Daru likes Faris because he's a big fan of her. And Faris seems to indulge Akabe's delusions, but also, at the same time, it's not just them as well, because it wouldn't surprise me if there's a potential here that we've also got Lukaku having some kind of interest. It might well be that this has got like a root dating game thing in it as well. It wouldn't surprise me, because it was like that with Song of Memories, wasn't it? So it wouldn't surprise us as a way to choose the different routes depending on what you do. We will see as the game unfolds. She suddenly starts acting like a scared little cat girl. Ooh. Don't Google cat girls. I've warned you before, but do not do it. Instantly, the air is charged with malice. I found myself surrounded by 27 Faris fans, each glaring at me with bloodshot eyes.
今日だぞフェイリス。信者たちを味方につけたか。
You coward! You converted your believers into your personal army.
フェイリスは本当のことしか言ってないにゃ。
Faris is only telling the truth, Nia.
The defeated are now under Faris' complete control. They approach at a shuffle, muttering foul prayers to their cat goddess. You made Faris cry. I'll never forgive you. Faris is my waifu. Cat ears are justice.
I want to chew on those cat ears.
Faris-tan. And then the other two at the bottom I'm not reading out. That escalated very quickly. Crap, these guys are serious. I need the information Faris possesses, but I'm at too great a disadvantage now to press the attack. And then there's my personal weakness to Faris' powers. At this rate, I might be assimilated into the Faris cult. That's one for you, Queen. What do I do? I cry out and seize my right wrist. No! Not now! It's too soon! My right hand trembles. I show agony on my face as I try to desperately control the trembling.
今日もまさか RS ライネットアンチシステムがにゃからあれほどライネットはやっちゃダメだと
No, don't tell me. It's the anti-Rainet system activating, Nyan. I warned you playing Rainet could kill you.
What? Where did that come from? I ignore Faris and stagger towards the exit. Her worshippers let me pass. It feels as if everyone is giving me cold stares, but I don't have the time to check and make sure. I throw myself out the door and into the open air.
くそ。結局何も収穫がなかったか。
Damn. Empty-handed. The throbbing in my right arm settles as soon as I leave the cafe. I guess I'll ask Daru or Mayuri about Faris some other day. It feels like all of my exhaustion has caught up with me. And to make matters worse, it's boiling hot today. The sun's getting stronger as we enter August. Fed up with the heat, I wipe the sweat off my brow.
Ocarine!
Mayuri chases after me. She's smiling and waving at me, but her speed is clearly faster than mine.
どうした？フェイリス杯はもうお開きになったのか？
What happened? Is the Faris Cup already over?
ちょっぴり抜けてきたの。この後はね、フェリスちゃんとご歓談タイムだよ。
Nope. Well, just about. After this, the customers get to chat with Ferris-chan.
それよりね、さっきの IBN5100 の話だけど、フェリスちゃんにもう一度写真を見せて聞いてみたんだ。
I wanted to tell you about that IBN 100 thing. I showed Ferris-chan the picture again.
いい働きだ、マユリ。どことの脳なしスーパーハッカーとは大違いだな。それで
Good work, Mayuri. Completely different from a certain useless super hacker. So?
フェリスちゃんが言うにはね、それは小学生になるかならないかの頃だったらしいんだけどね。
Ferris-chan said it was probably around the time she was in elementary school.
秋なのにとっても寒い日で、フェリスちゃんはブルブル震えながら執事の黒木さんに手をつながれて。
On a cold autumn day, while Ferris-chan was shivering from the cold, her butler Kuroki-san came to help.
前置きが長い。頼むから要点だけを話してくれ。
I don't care about her butler. Just get to the point.
つまりね、お父さんのレトロ PC コレクションの一つを神社に奉納したことがあるんだって。その PC に似てるって言ってたよ。
So basically, she ended up donating one of her dad's computers to a shrine. She says it looked just like the one you're looking for.
神社だと？
Donated it to a shrine? That's an unexpected combination. PCs and shrines. Consumer electronics and ancient Shinto rituals. They're not even tangentially related.
どこの神社？
Which shrine? Mayuri tilts her head in confusion.
さあ、どこだろうね。
Dunno. Where could it be?
You didn't ask her?
まあいい。悪くないヒントだ。
Oh, whatever. It's a lead. The only shrines in Akiba are Kanda Myojin and Yanabayashi Shrine. I don't know if Faris was living in Akiba at the time, but at least it's a start.
よし、マユリは引き続き情報活動に精を出せ。
Good work, Mayuri. Continue your espionage mission. And yeah, that's a fair point, Queen. It could be like a donation to like a church's charity drive. Possibly, yeah.
情報？
SBN Hajj?
わからないなら理解しなくていい。じゃあな。
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Bye bye.
オカリンバイ。
Okay, bye-bye.
Instead of returning to work, she keeps waving to me until I vanish from sight. Yeah, it seems that all the girls like him. Kanda Myojin is the larger and more popular shrine, so 9 out of 10 people would choose to donate something there. But when you inquire at the shrine office, nobody knows anything about an old computer. That leaves Yanabayashi Shrine. It's probably not there either, but I have to try.
誰だ
Who is this? What? All I can hear is noise. Wrong number? No, maybe...
機関だな。警告のつもりか。これ以上セルンに手を出すなと言いたいのか。
You're from the organization, aren't you? Is this a warning? You're telling me to stop getting involved with CERN? Huh? It's a woman's voice. And she clearly doesn't understand what I'm talking about.
機関の人間ではないのか。
You're not from the organization?
違うわよ。マキセです。
No, it's Makise.
マッキーセ
Makise? Yeah, Kurisu. Makise Kurisu, you pillock. Who? I think I remember this voice from somewhere.
悪いが思い出せない。どこで出会ったのか教えてくれ。
Oh god.
パリかロンドンか。
Bruh. Again, I want the button. Bruh. Sorry, but I don't remember. Tell me where we met. Paris or London.
秋葉原よ。つい昨日もあったろう。
Akihabara. We saw each other yesterday, remember?
Yesterday? Makise...
おお助手
Oh! My assistant!
助手じゃない。マキセクリス。
Not your assistant. Makise Kurisu.
クリスティーナと言ってくれないとわからないではないか。
If you don't say Christina, then I have no way of knowing it's you.
クリスティーナでもねえよ。何度言わせんのよ。
And not Christina either. How many times do I have to tell you?
お前は相変わらずキャンキャンとうるさいな。
You never stop complaining, do you?
誰のせいだ。誰の。
Whose fault is that? Whose?
ちょっと待て。お前なぜ俺の電話番号を知っている？
Wait a minute. How do you know my phone number? Something's not right here. It's not like Kurisu's free of suspicion. She could still be a spy.
橋田さんに教えてもらったの。
Hashida-san told me.
なんだつまらんオチだな。それでどうかしたのか助手。
Oh, that's boring. So, what is it, assistant?
助手じゃないって言っとろうが。
I said I'm not your assistant.
反論するのもバカらしくなってきた。あんた今どこ？
What's the point? Where are you now?
柳林神社に向かっているところだが。
I'm headed to Yanabayashi Shrine.
そう。じゃあね。
Okay. Bye then.
あえあなんだ今の嫌がらせか嫌がらせなのか
Huh? What was that? Is she messing with me? She's messing with me! How dare my assistant treat me like this? I shall scold her most harshly the next time we meet. She thinks she's all that just because she was published in a major journal?
「サイエンス誌に論文が載ったからなんだというのだ」
Your accomplishments mean nothing to me.
いきなり何よ。
What are you talking about?
When I arrive at Yanabayashi Shrine, I find my assistant waiting there for some reason. She glares at me with her usual frown.
さっきの電話はなんだ
What was that phone call about?
あんたの居場所を聞いただけ。それでここに向かってるって言うから来た。
I just wanted to ask you where you were. And since you said you were coming here, I came.
誰も呼んでいないのだが
But nobody asked you to come.
私も呼ばれた覚えはない。
And yet, here I am.
Oh god, you can cut the tension between these two with a fucking knife, can't you? Well, no one asked you to come.
Well, I came anyway.
Well, yeah. So what now?
Well, why don't you tell me?
Well, you're the one who came along. I didn't ask you to come here, and I didn't say you didn't want me to come here. So what are we going to do then? Why don't you tell me? That's going to carry on for the next 30 fucking minutes. Yeah. So, I mean, why is she always in such a bad mood? Because she's a tsundere.
なぜ俺に会いに来た？
Why did you come to see me?
会いたくて会いに来たんじゃないから。勘違いしないで。
Not because I wanted to or anything. Don't get me wrong. She just keeps those abusive words coming. What's so abusive about what she just said then? Where's the abuse?
昨日、別れ際に言われたことが気になって。
I can't stop thinking about what you said yesterday.
何のことだ？
What I said?
IBN5100。それに、セルン。
About the IBN 5100 and CERN. It's like Karisu's a good character, to be fair, Queen. She's probably got the most grounded nature to her. But so I really like Mayashi. She might be a bit of an airhead, but she's kind of like got kind of funny textures to it when she is being an airhead, if you know what I mean. The way she reacts to particularly towards Akiba, is brilliant.
貴様、機関ではなくセルンのスパイだったか。この俺を殺しに来たのだな。そんなことだろうと思っていた。いかにも人を殺しそうな顔をしているからな。
Of course, you're working for CERN, not the organization. You're here to kill me, aren't you? That's what I thought. You have the face of a killer.
どんな顔よ。失礼だな。
What's wrong with my face? How rude.
あんた、少しは落ち着いたら？いつもふざけたことばかり言って。とても私より年上には見えない。
Can you calm down a bit? You're always screwing around. I can't believe you're older than me. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from there, Queen. A little bit of Arn, but Arn's got a lot more... Yeah, Arn's a bit more grounded and a bit more, like... She's got the same kind of airheadedness, but she's a bit sharper in the put-downs. And you say that Arn's not nearly as flighty. What do you mean by flighty? Do you mean like kind of like spaced out or doe-eyed or what? I'm confused on what you mean there.
落ち着くか。お前にはわかるまい。常に身の危機にさらされ、逃亡に次ぐ逃亡を重ねてきた。これまでの俺の人生。
Calm down? You don't understand what it's like to live on the run, never knowing when the next assassin will strike.
そんなヨタ話は全くわからない。
All I'm gibbering is gibberish.
俺に喧嘩を売りに来たのか？
You come here to pick a fight?
IBN5100 とセルンって組み合わせに興味が湧いただけよ。
Yeah, I agree with you there, Arn. Arn is definitely not as spaced out and doesn't wander off as much either. That's one thing about Mayashi. She's got a bit more of that airhead nature to her, where she's complete... Reminds me in a way kind of like Osaka from Azumanga Daioh. Although nowhere near as spacey as Osaka from Azumanga Daioh. She's on a whole next level of space. I just want to know how the IBN 5100 and CERN are related.
そうではなく、お前が興味を持ったのはセルンでタイムマシン研究が行われていることだろ。
Don't
素
you
直になれ。
don't you mean you're interested in CERN's time machine research? Be honest with yourself.
うるさいな。タイムマシンになんか興味ないわよ。
Agreed, Queen. No one's as spaced as Osaka. Not even Himiko in V3.
Shut up. I'm not interested in time machines at all.
それより IBN5100 は見つかったの？
More importantly, did you find an IBN 5100?
それを確かめに来た。
That's why I'm here. Kurisu looks up at Yanabayashi's shrine's small archway.
神社に？
A shrine?
そうだ。
Correct. Then, with perfect timing, a beautiful boy, dressed in Miko garb appears from the nearby shrine office, holding a bamboo broom.
京馬さん、こんにちは。
Ah, okay. Kyoma-san, hello.
ルカ子よ。お前、例のものはどうした？
Lukako, why don't you have it?
妖刀さみだれのことですか？
Huh? Are you talking about Demon Sword Samidare?
常に携帯しろと言っておいたはずだ。
I thought I told you to carry it at all times.
すみません。でも掃き掃除の時は邪魔になるので。
I'm sorry, but it gets in the way when I'm cleaning, so...
掃き掃除の最中に乗っ取られたらどうするつもりだ。誰も助けてはくれんぞ。
What if they attack while you're cleaning? Nobody's going to come to your rescue, you know.
そうですね。以後気をつけます。
That's true. I'll be more careful from now on.
ねえ、さっきから二人で何の話をしてるのよ。
Hey, what are you two talking about?
Lukako finally notices Karisu and gives me a puzzled look.
こちらの方は。
Who might this be?
助手だ。
My assistant.
違うわよ。っていうか何よその適当な紹介の仕方は。
No, what kind of introduction is that?
俺は事実を述べたまでだ、クリスティーナ。
I'm only telling the truth, Christina.
日本の方じゃないんですか？
You're not Japanese?
日本の方です。
I am Japanese.
それよりルカコ、お前の父上と話を。
Anyway, Lukako, I need to talk to your father about...
待て、紹介しなさいよ、ちゃんと。
Wait, introduce me properly.
紹介されたいのか？ちゃんと？
You want to be introduced properly?
この状況で紹介されない方が不自然だろうが。
It's unnatural to not be introduced in this situation.
俺はお前をルカコに紹介するためにここに来たのではない。
I didn't come here to introduce you to Lukako.
紹介するぐらい10秒もかからないのに、あくまで拒否するんか、あんたは。
An introduction wouldn't take longer than 10 seconds. What's wrong with you?
喧嘩は。
Please don't fight.
Lukako's flustered. Looks like he thinks we're fighting.
こいつはマキセ・クリス、助手だ。
This is Makise Karisu, my assistant.
もういい。もう助手でいい。
Yeah, whatever. Assistant, whatever.
よろしくお願いします、マキセさん。漆原ルカです。
Nice to meet you, Makise-san. I'm Urushibara Luka.
よろしく。おいくつなの？
Nice to meet you too. How old are you?
今年で17です。
17 this year.
私の1個下か。
A year younger than me.
そうなんですか？マキセさん、とても大人っぽくて1歳違いには見えないんです。
Oh, really? Makise-san, you're so grown up. I can't believe we're only a year apart.
つまり老け顔ということだな。
That means you look old. She glares at me.
違います。綺麗だっていう意味ですから。
No, that's not what I mean, you're very beautiful.
サンクス。あなたはとても可愛らしいと思うわ。
Thanks. I think you're very cute.
But he's a guy. I probably shouldn't tell her that. The shock from learning the truth might be enough to make her go back to America.
くだらん社交辞令は終わったか？
You're introduced. Happy? Can we move on now? But this guy, he's like a really spaced version of Seto Kaiba from City Hunter. He's so misogynistic and out of this time zone. As I say, Akabe, I think he is probably my most disliked protagonist so far that I've played on a stream. There's been nothing to like about him so far. He's been a total asshole. Makes me wonder if this is one of those games where there is no good ending apart from seeing him getting 10 baits of shit kicked out of him. I can hope. I really can hope.
いちいち言い方がムカつくわな。
You are such a jerk.
ならばルカ子よ、お前の父上とお話ししたい。呼んできてはくれまいか。
Anyway, Lukako, I require an audience with your father. Can you make it happen?
はい、いいですけど、お父さんにお話って。
Yes, sure. But why do you need to talk to my dad?
これは人類の未来に関わる重大な要件なのだ。
It's a grave matter that concerns the future of mankind. Ah, Avian, yeah, I knew I could count on you to agree with me on that one. Fantastic.
人類の
The future
未来？
Of mankind?
すぐ呼んできます。
I'll go get him.
Lukako races into the shrine office. He believes just about everything I say. He's really easy to deal with, unlike my rebellious assistant.
やだ。風邪ひいたかな。
Oh no, did I catch a cold?
Karisu's sniffling should keep her too occupied to scold me for a while. Now, you say that he's dishonest with himself, Queen. I can definitely see traits of that, but obviously we'll need to see how the story unfolds in terms of exactly what goes on with that. Lukako's father soon appears. Lukako is pretty flustered. He's practically dragging his father behind him.
お父さん、早く早く。
Hurry, Dad, hurry!
ちょっと待ってくれ。そんなにせかされても転んでしまうよ。
Slow down a little. If you rush me, I'm going to fall.
人類の未来がかかっているんだよ。
But the future of mankind is at stake.
そうか。それは大変だな。
Oh, well, that's certainly serious. I've met Lukako's father several times before. He's a gentle, respectable adult, with the exception of how he raised Lukako. Apparently, the reason Lukako wears Miko garb is because his father requested it. Maybe his dad's a pervert. Bruh. You've met him loads of times and you think, oh, maybe he's a pervert. No, you don't. If you've met someone many times before, you don't ask that question. No, it's not like I mean to mock the Shinto priesthood or anything like that.
やあ、ホーイン君、久しぶり。いつもルカがお世話になっていますね。
Ah, Horn-kun! It's been a while. Thank you for always taking care of Luka.
いえ、こちらこそ。
The honor is mine.
彼の名前は法王院じゃなくて岡部ですよ。
His name isn't Hoin, it's Akabe.
え、そうなのですか？
Oh, really?
ジョッシュ、話がややこしくなるから喋るな。
You there, assistant! Stop making things complicated!
事実を言っただけじゃない。
I'm just telling the truth.
What did she come here for?
ルカからホーイン君だと聞かされていたからすっかりそう信じていたが、いやー、もしかしてこれはルカに一杯食わされたかな？
Luka told me his name was Hoin. Maybe Luka was just playing a trick on me.
お父さん、そうじゃなくて、岡部さんは本名で、法王院という名前は、
That's not it, Dad. Akabe-san is his real name, and Hoin is,
俺はホーインです。
I am Hoin.
岡部倫太郎って親がつけてくれた名前でしょ。それを否定するの？
Akabe Rinsaro is the name your parents gave you, right? Are you denying that?
いいから黙れ、ザゾンビ。
Just be quiet, zombie.
誰がゾンビだ？
Who's a zombie?
仲が良くていいですね。
It's great that you all get along. Luka's dad looks at Karisu.
あなたもルカのお友達ですか？こ これからもルカと仲良くしてやってくださいね。
Are you one of Luca's friends too? Please get along with Luca from now on too.
私は
I'm...
この子は見ての通りとても可憐な子ですから。
As you can see, this child of mine is so delicate.
お父さんやめてよ。
Come on, Dad.
This is fucking weird. This is one of the weirdest scenes I've ever seen. Where is this going? Okay, I think Makise shares my disdain. She's like, why the fuck am I here? What am I doing? Carissa looks like she's going to cry for some reason. What's wrong? Is she upset that Luca's father assumes she's a friend? Carissa notices my stare and quickly turns away.
それで法院君、私に何か用事だとか。
Yes, I have noticed that Queen. Refused to call him a boy. I've noticed that too. So it's probably going to be important at some point, but I'm not going to make any assumptions because I don't like presumptions of that nature. It's interesting because like, there is a law that says you can go by any name you want, but if you have ID, you still have to use it in official capacities. And again, in Japan, not using the name of your family is a very big taboo. It's a huge taboo in Japan. So, Hoen-kun, did you need me for something? That's right. This is no time for idle chatter. This meeting will shape the course of Ragnarok. The future of mankind is... well, whatever. I'm a mad scientist, not some sort of hero. I explained to Lukaku's father how I need the IBM 5100, and then I asked him if that retro PC was donated to Yanabayashi Shrine. Of course, I don't disclose any classified information, like how we plan to hack CERN, or how this is all related to time machine research.
奉納という言い方がふさわしいかどうかはわかりませんが、
I don't know if donated is the right word to use.
この神社には確かに9年ほど前に預けられた古い PC がありますよ。
But an old computer was entrusted to the shrine about 9 years ago. Huh? No way. Really?
それだ。それに間違いないです。
That's it. That has to be it.
ちょっと待っていてください。今持ってきましょう。
Please wait here. I'll go get it. Lukaku's father comes back in about 10 minutes. His face is bright red, and he's carrying a large cardboard box. His gait is fairly unsteady. I wonder if he'll be okay, rather than go and help.
探すのに手こずってしまいました。おそらくこれだと思います。
It was hard to dig out. I think this is what you're looking for. Luca's dad placed the box on the ground and takes a deep breath as he rubs his back. Was it that heavy? I thank him and take a look inside, and it's not going to be a computer. Oh.
これが IBM 5100。
An IBM 5100! Inside is a simple computer with an integrated monitor. The monitor is only about as big as a GPS screen. I compare it to the IBM 5100 image I got from Shining Finger. They look very similar.
ここを見てください。
Look at this.
Lukaku points to the logo between the tape drive and the monitor. Yep, before the invention of the floppy disk, data was stored on magnetic cassette tapes. Specialised drives to read these tapes were the norm for computers in the 1970s. And before that, they had massive Ultravox reel-to-reels, the kind that you still see in sound recording studios to this day. It says IBM 5100 portable computer that took 10 minutes to carry. Doesn't look very portable, that, does it? I mean, look at that screen.
我ついに秋葉の都市伝説を解明する。
Finally, I have solved Akiba's urban legend. This is the Phantom PC of Akihabara. It's in excellent condition. There's only a thin layer of dust on it, but it looks like we'll need to plug it in to see if it works. Now the problem is whether Lukaku's father will lend it to me.
漆原担当直入にお聞きしたいのですが
Urushibarashi, I'll be blunt.
この PC を貸してもらうことは可能ですか
May I borrow this computer? Say no. Please say no. Please kick him in the dick.
いいですよ。
Sure.
そんなあっさりと
Seriously? Is it okay for a priest to just lend property out like that? Items which were donated to the shrine? I've never heard of anything like that. That's why I was expecting him to refuse.
これを私どもに預けた方から当時言われたのですよ。
When this was entrusted to us, the owner said this.
いつかこのパソコンをどうしても必要だとする若者が現れるから、その時は快く貸してもらって構わないとね。
If a young man ever appears and says that he needs this computer, no matter what, please lend it to him. With my blessings.
まさか本当にこうして現れるとは思いませんでしたよ。というか、私もそのことづてのことはついさっきまで忘れていたぐらいです。
I didn't think it would actually happen. To be honest, I'd forgotten about it entirely until you reminded me.
ですから、これは法王院君にお貸ししましょう。ただし、使い終わったら必ず返してくださいね。
I'm happy to lend it to you, Hoin-kun. But please be sure to return it when you're done, okay?
はいありがとうございます
Of course, thank you. I bow deeply, but in my heart I'm grinning like a madman. I can't stop laughing. Things are going better than I'd anticipated. It's almost like everything's being handed to me on a silver platter. I've not actually done a save for a while. Yep, I've not saved for over 2 hours. Now certain secrets will be laid bare. We can expose their wicked research, and possibly even gather hints on the creation of a time machine. And then, I can complete the first time machine in human history. Now I have to get the IBM 5100 back to the lab. But unfortunately, I don't have a car to transport it. In fact, I don't even have a license. Saying goes to my assistant.
アメリカでは16歳から普通免許を取れるというではないかにもかかわらず持っていないのか
Can't Americans start driving at 16? How come you don't have a license?
何よ悪い向こうじゃ研究漬けだったのよ
What, something wrong with that? I spend all my time doing research.
青春を無駄に過ごしているな
You're wasting your youth.
あんたを見てるとそうとも思えないけどむしろ私の方がよっぽど有意義な過ごし方してると思う
I thought so too until I met you. Now I realize I'm doing just fine.
Touche.
喧嘩は良くないです。
No fighting, please.
Lukaku's flustered again.
ルカ今日は助かった改めて父上には礼を言っておいてくれ
You're a lifesaver, Lukaku. Thank your father again for me. Luka's dad has already returned to the shrine office. Lukaku nods.
あなたのお父さん素敵な人ね
Your father is a lovely man. Eh?
Lukaku and I freeze at my assistant's nonchalant words.
お父さんは結婚してまして。不倫は良くないです。
My father is married. Adultery is bad.
はい
Huh?
そうかジョシュよお前は親父好きだったか
I see, assistant. So you like older men?
待った二人とも勘違いするなそういう意味じゃない
Yeah, you can tell that Lukaku's a bit fragile to think that. I agree, Queen. It's like, come on, as if that's what she was intending.
Hey, wait, don't misunderstand, you two. That's not what I meant.
お父さんは渡せません。
I won't give up my father. Please don't cry.
私が言ったのは親子で仲が良くて羨ましいなってこと。それ以上の意味はないから。
I just meant I was jealous of how well you got along with your daughter. That's all.
そうでしたか。すみません、変な勘違いして。僕はなんで失礼なことを。
Of course. I'm sorry for the weird misunderstanding. That was so rude of me.
Avian, yeah, exactly what is going on? What's been going on for the last hour and a half? None of it's made any fucking sense. And, Queen, that's a very good question. What exactly has Lukaku's father been teaching him?
だから泣かないでよ。誤解が解けたならもうそれでいい。
Don't cry. We've resolved the misunderstanding, so it's all okay.
だが心の奥底ではルカパパへの募る思いが。
But in the depths of your heart lie feelings for Luca's dad.
ねえよ。
Die. Christina turns away. I decide to leave it at that. Angering her any further could lead to violence.
ルカサミダレでの素振りを忘れるなよ。
Lukaku, don't forget your practice swings with Samidare.
はい、頑張ります。エルサイこんがり。
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. El Sai Congolese.
コングルーだ。いい加減覚えろ。
It's Kungru. Don't forget it.
すみません。
I'm sorry.
ちょっとあんた、女の子をいじめるなんて最低じゃない。
Hey, what kind of lowlife teases a girl?
I wouldn't know. Lukaku is a guy. I ignore Christina and lift up the box with the IBM 5100 inside. Instantly, my spine snaps and I'm on the ground in agony, begging for an ambulance. But Christina stabs me, leaving me a pool in my own blood. Turnabout's fair play, after all. Well, no, I don't think that's going to happen somehow. And again, Queen, Akabe only knows how to be an arse, that's the problem. That's why he's such an unlikable character. God, it's heavy! I can barely get it off the ground. I'll put it down for now. Now I know why Luca's dad was red in the face when he brought this thing in.
そんなに重いんですか。
Is it that heavy?
なんじゃくね。CRT のモニターぐらいの大きさなのに。
Pathetic. It's only as big as a CRT monitor.
ならばお前が持ってみるがいい。俺の言葉が間違いではないとわかるはずだ。
Then why don't you try carrying it? Then you'll understand. Carisu sighs, grabs Odd's end of the box, and lifts. She strains with all her might, but gives up without lifting it even a centimetre.
すごく重いです。
It's really heavy.
She blushes slightly, but still maintains her usual frown. My assistant seems to have a strong competitive spirit.
30キロくらいあるんじゃない？
This thing's got to weigh like 30 kilos.
台車か何か借りた方がいいかもね。漆原さん、この神社に台車ない？
Maybe we should have borrowed a pushcart. Urishibara-san, is there one in the shrine?
What do you mean no sells it? No sells what? What was no sold?
あるんですけど、実は壊れちゃってて。すみません。
There is one, but actually it's broken. I'm sorry.
そう。他に借りられそうなところは？
Oh, is there some of a place we could borrow?
いや、台車は必要ない。
No, we don't need a pushcart.
って持って帰るの？ここからあんたのボロラボまで歩くと10分くらいかかるわよ。
Ah, yeah, Queen Akabe no-sold Luca's gender. Yeah. Just completely no-sold it.
Then how are you going to bring it back? It takes about 10 minutes to walk to your rundown lab from here.
一人では重すぎてきついかもしれないが、二人ならば別だ。俺とお前で持っていけばいい。そのための助手だろ。
It may be too heavy for one person, but it's a different story for two. You and I just need to carry it together. Why else do you think I made you my assistant?
ダメなのか。
So that's why.
まあ、二人で運ぶならなんとかなるかもね。
Well, if we carry it together, we might be able to manage, but
だが断る。
But I refuse.
Huh?
断るって言ったのよ。
I said no.
Ah. Yeah, you asked to take over someone's box, didn't realise it was full of magnetic business cards, and struggled, I'm guessing. Oh dear. Yeah, that's when you do the whole, I've got this, and then immediately fall flat on your arse. I've seen it happen.
だが断ると言ったか。
I'm pretty sure you said, but I refuse.
うるさいな。そうよ。断ったのよ。
Shut up. I said no.
But I refuse is a famous manga quote. Could Kurisu be an at-channeler?
私はもともと知識を貸すってことでラボ面にさせられたのよ。よってこの場合、次の回を導ける。力仕事は無理。
The whole reason you made me labman was to borrow my knowledge. From this, it is elementary to decide the following. I won't do physical labor.
そうか。では仕方ない。とりあえず俺は頑張って運ぶつもりだが。
I see. Then I guess I have no choice. I'll do my best to carry it, but... I glance at Lukaku. He twitches when he notices my look, then timidly raises his hand with tears in his eyes.
じゃあ僕が
Then I will.
漆原さんが大丈夫なの？
You're going to help? Will you be okay?
頑張ります。
Yes, I'll do my best.
いや、ルカ子。お前に手伝わせるわけにはいかん。俺が一人で何とかする。
No, Lukaku. I shouldn't make you help me. I can manage by myself.
いえ、そんな遠慮しないでください。僕、岡部さんのお役に立ちたくて。
But we're friends, Akabe-san. I want to help you.
いや、俺が一人で。
No, I'll do it myself.
僕も手伝います。
I'll help you.
じゃあ、私も。
And I agree, Queen, incredibly dirty, but we saw that at the cat cafe. You say it's brilliant but low. As I say, it's the kind of thing a total twat would do, and as I say, he is a total twat.
Then, me too.
どうぞどうぞ。
Please, go ahead.
What?
知らなかったのか、クリスティーナ。これこそがジャパニーズギャグというものだ。
Don't you know, Christina? This is what you call a Japanese gag.
You sneaky.
ルカ子よ。協力ご苦労。というわけで、この PC は俺と助手で運ぶから、お前は手伝わなくてもいいぞ。好意だけ受け取っておく。
Thanks for the backup, Lukaku. Now that that's settled, my assistant will help me carry the computer, so you don't have to help. Thanks for the offer.
はい。そういうことでしたら。
Okay. If that's how it is, then...
さあ、助手。自分から立候補した以上、もう拒否することは許さんぞ。 持て今すぐ持て
Now, assistant, since you volunteered, I won't let you refuse. Grab hold and heave!
はいはい。
Fine. Oh, I've actually got a scene of the MC, and look at that, staring into each other's eyes with a smile on their face. Drop in the 1980s American soap opera music, and there you go, you've got a ship forming already. Karisu and I lift up the cardboard box. The burden is considerably easier when distributed between two people. Physics is a wonderful thing.
なんで私たちお見合い状態なわけ？
Why do we have to be face to face?
We're positioned so that we're looking at each other. But there's no other way to hold it, so what can you do?
いいから行くぞ
Let's just go. I start to walk out of the shrine.
待った待った待て！
Hey, stop, stop, stop! I said stop!
なんだうるさいやつだな
You're a noisy one.
あんたね、前に進まないでよ。私が後ろ歩きしなくちゃいけないでしょ。横に動きなさい。
Don't walk forwards, then I have to walk backwards. Let's walk sideways.
And yep, you got a point there, Queen. Yeah, if looks could kill, the car would be dust and Carissa would be pinned under the box. So for once, she's kind of lucky that her look has been neutered.
いいからキビキビ動け助手
Whatever. Get moving, assistant.
聞いて。頼むから聞いて。後ろ歩きはさすがに無理。
Hey, listen, please, just listen. I can't walk backwards.
助手ならばできるはずだ
Of course you can. You're my assistant.
期待してくれてどうも。でも無理。横歩きに変更求む。つうかしろ。変更しろ。転んじゃうから。
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I can't. I'm asking you to go sideways. No, I'm telling you to go sideways. Sideways! I'm going to fall!
It's dark by the time we get to the lab. It's normally less than a 15-minute walk, but since Kurisu kept begging to take breaks, it ended up taking twice as long.
やっと着いた。
Ah,
疲れた。
we finally made it. I'm exhausted.
お前がああだこうだと文句を言わなければもっと早く着いていたのだ
If you didn't complain so much about every little thing, we would have gotten here much sooner.
その言葉そっくり返してやる。あんただって5回は途中で休憩しようって言った。
Right back at you. You stopped to take a break at least 5 times along the way.
Yeah, not being honest with yourself there.
あれは俺の体の不調だ
That's because I wasn't feeling well.
どこか悪いの？
Are you okay?
ああたまに右腕がうずくのそうすると俺の心はどす黒い破壊衝動に支配され
It's just, occasionally my right arm aches, and when it does, dark destructive impulses overcome my soul.
うっさい黙れ。あんたの右腕の末梢神経も含めて根こそぎ引き抜くぞ。
Shut up, or I'll tear the peripheral nerves out of that arm.
Holy crap! There's something wrong with this girl. Rip out my nerves? That's like something from last year's New Gen incidents. Yeah, popular name for a string of bizarre serial murders that occurred in Shibuya a year ago. Apparently 14 people died in 7 incidents, methods of murder entirely unorthodox, which led to its cult popularity among the youth of Shibuya. The mass media dubbed this New Generation Madness. The 25-year-old man was arrested as the culprit but passed away in the Shibuya earthquake immediately afterwards. To this day, rumours remain on the internet that he was not the true culprit. Yes, he is not the Blackened! Meanwhile, Wee Wee Robots asks, can I say hello to them? Hello, Wee Wee Robot. How are you doing? Good evening. Welcome to the stream. I'm Swishboy, your venerable host for the remainder of the evening. Okay, I'll shut up. Let's bring the IBN 5100 to the lab. The final barrier awaits. The dreaded staircase. We have to ascend this rickety building's narrow staircase.
助っ人呼んだ方がいいんじゃない？
Shouldn't you get your friends to help?
そうだな
You're right. I check the window. The lab's lights are on.
あれ
Huh? Part-time warrior comes out of the Brawn Tube workshop with perfect timing.
岡部倫太郎じゃん。何運んでんの？
If it isn't Wakabe Rintaro, what you got there?
聞きたいのかでは教えよう。
You want to know? Then I'll tell you.
待った。立ち話するならひとまず段ボール下ろさない？
Wait, if you're gonna just stand there talk, shouldn't we put the box down first?
いや、別に立ち話をする必要はないぞ。
Yeah, actually, wait. This will only take a second.
ね、何なのそれ？
Well, what is it?
IBN5100 と言ったらどうする？
What if I told you it's an IBN 5100?
嘘！すごい！手に入れたんだ。やるね、岡部倫太郎。
No way! You found it! Wow! Way to go, Wakabe Rintaro!
I wish she'd stop calling me by my full name. If she's gonna do that, she should at least call me Hyoin Kiyoma.
どこ？どこにあった？
Where was it?
重いんだけど。
It's heavy.
Kurisu starts giving in. I'm about at my limit too.
板下ろせ。
Let's put it down! Kurisu and I place it on the ground gently, so as not to damage the contents.
Ah,
ね、どこにあったの？
So, where was it?
柳林神社。
Yanabayashi Shrine.
柳林神社？神社って神の社？
Yanabayashi Shrine? You mean like a Shinto shrine?
あ
Yeah.
なんだってそんなところに？
Why was it there?
Then suddenly, Suzuha looks at Kurisu.
あ、
Huh?
She gasps, then approaches Kurisu until they're close enough to feel each other's breath.
何ですか？
Yes?
牧瀬クリス？
Makise Kurisu?
そうだけど。
Yes?
For some reason, she stares at Kurisu with a frightful intensity. Does Suzuha remember her being killed, I wonder? Kurisu narrows her eyes in opposition. Check it out, it's the waifu wars. They're about to go to war here, people. What's going on here? I can't move a muscle. The air's so thick with tension.
何なの？私、あなたに何かしました？
What is it? Have I done something wrong?
Suzuha turns away, and without looking back, disappears into the Brawn Tube workshop.
今の誰？
Who was that?
Now Kurisu demands answers from me.
1階のブラウン管工房のバイトだ。
She works part-time at our store.
なんで私、睨まれたわけ？
Why was she glaring at me?
知らん。お前が何か怒らせるような真似をしたのではないのか。
How should I know? Did you do something to make her angry?
彼女とは今初めて会ったのに。失礼な人ね。
I've never seen her before in my life. How rude.
Kurisu picked a fight with me the first time we met too, but that was a hallucination, so I don't say anything. I get Daru and Mayuri to come down and help us, and the four of us carry the IBN 5100 upstairs.
みんなご苦労。これで俺たちは戦える。
Good work, everyone. With this, we can fight.
戦うって誰と？
Who are you fighting?
セル。そして世界を牛耳る支配構造とだ。
CERN, and the system that rules the world.
あんたって本当に幸せそうね。
If that what makes you happy.
Interesting what you say if Suzuha transferred over from the Yandere Simulator. I've never played Yandere Simulator, and I don't think I really should either. What I've heard of it sounds bonkers, but not in a good way. Having said that, I survived Doki Doki Literature Club, so maybe that's a future stream.
幸せ。そんなものは望んでいないさ。 俺を誰だと思っている。狂気マッドサイエンティストだぞ。
Happy? I do not desire happiness. Have you forgotten? I am an insane mad scientist.
俺が手に入れたい混沌、そのためのタイムマシンだ。
What I desire is chaos. The time machine exists to bring chaos to the world.
ごめん、言い直す。あんたって本当にベータエンドルフィン過剰分泌によるジャンキーね。
Never mind happiness. You're like a junkie hyper-secreting beta endorphins.
Go on then. A beta endorphin, apparently it's a neurotransmitter secreted by the brain, effectively suppresses pain and stress, producing euphoria. The effect known as runner's high can be explained by the secretion of these beta endorphins. I've never had runner's high. I've never had it. Yes, you can't get caught or it's game over. Maybe that's what it's all about. I've had another game invade the stream. Won't be the first time it's happened.
オカリンオカリン、悪いことはダメっていつも言ってるのに。
Ocarine, I don't want you doing bad things, remember?
けどすげえよ、マジで見つけてくるなんて。僕たちにできないことを平然とやってのける。そこにしびれる。
But wow! I can't believe you found one. You make the impossible look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we add...
憧れないけどね。
I certainly don't admire him.
Eh?
Eh? Eh?
For a moment there is complete silence.
見つけられたのはね、マユシーのお手柄なんだよ。
It's all thanks to Mayushi.
Mayuri, oblivious as always, puffed out her chest with pride. Ah, so if she's a target of affection, they can't find out. Oh, she melts down and get... Right, yeah, that does sound bonkers. That sounds weird. That sounds really weird. But I don't miss Kirisu's relieved sigh. She keeps dropping manga quotes. Does this mean what I think it means?
マユシー情報がなかったら、オカリンは今も秋葉の街をふらふらさまよってたんだもん。
Without Mayushi's info, Ocarine would still be lost on the streets of Akiba.
あ、マユリの言う通りだ。今回ばかりはよくやってくれた。
Mayuri's right. She did well this time.
ということで、マユシーはそろそろ帰るね。
Anyway, it's time for Mayushi to go home.
クリスちゃんはどうする？途中まで一緒に帰ろう。
What about you, Chris-chan? Wanna go together?
ありがとう。でももうしばらくここにいるわ。
Thanks, but I'm gonna stay here a little longer.
Looks like Karisa's interested in the IBN 5100 and CERN after all. That reminds me, I haven't filled her in yet.
そっか。あんまり遅くならないうちに帰った方がいいよ。
Okay, but you should go home before it gets too late.
じゃあ、また明日ね。トゥットゥルー。
See you tomorrow. Du-du-du.
Mayuri waves her hand as she leaves.
それで何？ IBN 5100はいつからセルンへのハッキングに使えそうだ？
Now then, Daru, when do you think we can use the IBN 5100 to hack Hurt CERN?
そうだな。
Well... Daru talks as he plugs the IBN 5100's power adapter into the wall. He turns the machine on, and the power supply begins to make a turbulent noise.
すげえ、ちゃんと電源ついた。
Wow, it actually turned on!
まずこいつの使い方を覚えなきゃなんだぜ。そもそも配線つなげたりも大変そうだし。
First I need to learn how to use this thing. It looks like hooking it up is going to be a pain.
ちょっと時間かかるかも。サーバー管理者の ID 探しと同時進行は無理っぽ。
It might take a while. I can't play with this thing and search for the server admin's ID at the same time.
構わん。ID 探しを優先させてくれ。
Alright, prioritize the ID search.
できれば今月中に IBN5100 を使えるようにはしてもらいたいところだが。
If possible, I'd like you to get the IBN 5100 ready to use this month though.
今月ってまだ30日丸々残ってんじゃん。さすがに来月まではかからねっつうの。
There's still 30 days left this month. It's not going to take that long. That's my super hacker.
それで
Well, have you found any leads yet? Nothing at all on my end. I've been to a lot of stores, but none of them have an IBF 5100 on display. Maybe I should have tried asking. Anyway, let me know if you found anything, Moeka.
ちょっと
Hey, Akabe.
What? I look up. Karisu is glaring at me.
今なんて言った？
What did you just call me?
岡部って言ったのよ。
I called you, Okabe.
岡部だと。
You called me Akabe? I take one step towards Karisu, and she takes a step back.
オカリン、タンマタンマ。
Time out! Time out! Daru tries to hold me back, but I shake him off and take a step closer. Karisu doesn't step back this time. Without taking her hands or eyes off me, she bites her lip hand and curls her hands into fists.
今岡部と言ったか？
Did you just call me Okabe?
言ったわよ。悪い？
I did. Problem?
確かに私はあんたより年下だけど、人のことクリスティーナだとかゾンビだとか呼ぶ相手がいるとき、そいつには敬意を表さないとするのが私の考えなんだから。
Yes, I'm younger than you, but you insist on calling me by ridiculous names like Christina and Zombie, so I don't think I need to show you any respect by adding San. And besides...
違う。
That's not the problem.
俺は岡部ではない。不法員強魔だ。何度言わせればわかるのだ、クリスティーナ。
I am not Okabe! I am Hoin Kiyoma! How many times do I have to tell you, Christina?
自分のこと棚に上げすぎだろ、あんた。
God, you're so full of yourself.
いい子。俺のことは法員、あるいは強魔と呼ぶよ。
From now on, call me Hoin, that or Kiyoma.
お断りします。
No.
Karisu snaps at me and turns away. Are those tears I see in her eyes?
もしかして泣いたのか？
Are you crying?
泣いてないわよ、バカ。男の人に怖い顔で迫られて恐怖を感じちゃったりなんかしてないし、その後のあんたのバカゼリフにホッとして涙が出ちゃったわけでもないからな。
I'm not crying. It's not like I was scared of you for a second there or anything, and I definitely wasn't relieved when you started talking like an idiot again, okay?
She stalks over to the window and stares outside. I see her wipe her eyes with the back of her hand. Seems she was crying after all.
誰よ。助手はなぜ泣いている？
Daru, why is my assistant crying?
今、本人が全部説明したわけだが。
She said so herself just now.
俺は名前の間違いを正しただけだ。
All I did was correct her on my name.
強気に見えて意外と打たれ弱いのかも。それはそれで燃えるけど。
Maybe she only acts strong but is actually weak on Ian's side. That'd be pretty moe. Well, whatever. Back to checking mail. But I'm thirsty from this hard day's work. So before that, I take a fresh Dr. P out of the fridge. Interesting, you say you were actually scared of him when he acted like that. I can understand why, but I mean, to me it just came across as really standard bravado. But then again, obviously, I've not seen his body language, so I couldn't really assess the situation.
ねえ、話を聞かせてくれないの？
Hey, aren't you going to tell me what's going on?
Dr. People, oh my god. Seriously? I toss the bottle to Karisu when she turns around.
Yeah.
Karisu tries to catch it, but fails magnificently. She picks the bottle up off the floor, then shoots me a glare.
それでも飲んで少し待っていてくれ。
I'll drink in a second. I'll explain in a second. Drink that while you wait.
お気遣いありがとう。
Gee, thanks.
I need to send a reply to Shining Finger. She ended up being no help at all, but I suppose I can't just say nothing. I got the goods. Over. I send as concise a message as possible.
さて
Now then. I turn back to Kurisu, but the reply comes before I can open my mouth.
The goods? You found an IBM 5100? Gimme!
Moeka. Yeah, that's a fair point, Queen, actually, yeah, because he's bigger than her and he's got these big starts yelling out of the blue. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Gimme? What nonsense is this?
Sorry, but I'm not the owner. I can't just give it to you. I send that. Another instant reply. Let me borrow it, Moeka. It's easy to imagine what will happen if I lend it to her. She'll disappear and I'll never see the IBM 5100 again. No borrowing either. You can visit our lab if you want to see it, but no touching. And then he gives the address as well, which means it's going to get stolen. I add the lab's address and send the mail. No more replies come.
待たせたなクリスティーナ。
Sorry for the wait, Christina. I look up and see Kurisu drinking the Dr. People.
女子はドクターペッパーがいける口か。
Oh, you're a fan of the dark, I see.
本場で7年過ごしてきたからな。
I've lived 7 years at its birthplace, after all.
なるほど。お前とはいい飲み友達になれそうだ。
Excellent. We'll make great drinking buddies.
私は未成年よ。
I'm a minor.
そうではない。ドクターペッパーを飲み交わす友達という意味だ。
That's not what I meant. I meant Dr. P drinking buddies.
それ限定なのか。
Is that all you drink?
Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and takes another swig, signaling for me to talk. And so I explain how Daru and I hacked into CERN, and how they've already had the LHC in operation for 9 years, and how they successfully created mini black holes, and how it looks like they're researching time travel, and also how they haven't disclosed any of that to the world. Kurisu's expression goes more and more intense as she listens to the story.
確かにセルンは妙だけど、それと IBN5100 とどういう関係が？
CERN is certainly acting strange, but how's the IBM 5100 involved?
セルンのデータベースに IBN5100 が使われているのだ。
CERN's database uses an IBM 5100.
だから
So?
そのデータベースの情報を解読するには同じく IBN5100 を使うほかないということだ。
The only way to decrypt that database is to use an IBM 5100 of our own.
なんでそうわかるのよ。
How'd you know that?
とある筋からの情報だ。
I have my sources. I don't drop Titus' name. I have no doubt this genius girl would laugh if I did. Kurisu puts a finger to her lip, deep in thought.
IBN5100 云々はともかく。
Setting the IBM 5100 such aside,
セルンが本当にそんな研究をしているのか。確証が欲しい。
I want to see proof that CERN's really doing that sort of research.
True. We didn't get any definite proof of CERN's time travel research last time we hacked them.
だがセルンのサーバー管理者のパスワードを見つけるのは時間がかかるのか。
Daru, will it take much longer to find the server admin's account?
ちょうどこれからやろうと思ってたんよ。半日はかからないんじゃね？
Actually, I was just thinking about doing that. It shouldn't take more than half a day, I guess.
というわけ
There you go.
それまで待つわ。
I'll wait until then.
待つってもう夜になってる件について今日は一度帰って明日の朝また来れば？
Yo, wait! It's already getting dark. Why not go home for tonight and come back tomorrow morning?
いいえ、待たせてもらう。 1マイクロ秒でも早く知りたいから。
No thanks. I'll wait. I want to know just as soon as possible, even if it's just a microsecond sooner.
いい心がけだ。もはやセルンに隠された陰謀に魅了され、知りたくてたまらないという様子だな。
That's the spirit. You've already fascinated by the conspiracy. You can't help but want to know what lies at the heart of CERN. That's Lukaku.
I'm a man though, so I'm not a real Miko. I'll do my best to perform my Miko duties, but do the gods really want a Miko like me? I know I need to be strong, but I just... P.S. I did 30 practice swings of Samidare.
And I can't reply to that one from Lukaku.
あんたたちの言うことがもし事実だとするなら、こんなふざけたことってない。
If what you guys are saying is true, then this isn't something to joke about.
セルンは世界最高の研究機関なのよ。そこが実験結果を公表せずに極秘で実験してるなんて。
CERN is the world's top research institution. If they're doing secret experiments without publishing their results,
世界中の研究者をバカにしてる。
they're making fools of scientists the world over.
もし事実ならだけど。
That's only if it's true though.
She finishes by emphasizing that point again. Doesn't look like she believes us.
ではなる。任せたぞ。
Anyway, Daru, I'll leave it to you. According to Daru's research, the IBM 5100 weighs 25 kilos. For now, we'll leave it on the shelf in the development room. We carry the cardboard box to the room, half dragging it. Kurisu follows.
電話レンジ見せてもらっていい？
Can you show me the Phonewave?
よかろう。実験してみるか。
Indeed I can. Want to experiment?
あれ以来一度も再現はできてないのよね。過去へメールを送る現象。
You haven't been able to send another email to the past, right?
理由は把握してる？
Do you know why?
I can only shake my head.
ちょっと試してみましょう。
Let's run some tests.
Kurisu looks around the development room.
しかしガラクタだらけね。
Man, you have a ton of junk.
ガラクタではない。
It's not junk.
お前はまだ知らないようだから特別に教えてやる。これは我ら未来ガジェット研究所がその科学力の推移を結集させて発明した栄えある未来ガジェットたちである。
Since you're new to the Future Gadget Laboratory, I'll explain. These are the glorious fruits of our science, the Future Gadgets.
ここに保管されているのは未来ガジェット1号から7号までであり、電話レンジ各国には未来ガジェット8号にナンバリングされるのだ。
Future Gadgets 1 to 7 are stored here. The Phonewave. Notice how there's no name subject to change anymore? I've noticed that. With which you are already familiar is gadget number 8.
未来ガジェットね。
Future gadgets, huh?
Kurisu casually picks up Future Gadget 4. Moad snake up from the shelf and stares at it.
ちょっとこれって兵器じゃないの？
Hey, isn't this a weapon?
未来ガジェット4号機モアッドスネークはクレイモア地雷に似せて作られた瞬間加湿器だ。
Future Gadget number 4, Moad Snake, designed after a Claymore landmine, is an instant humidifier.
紛らわしいな。
How confusing.
水を入れて電源を入れればわずか数秒で大量の蒸気が吹き出すんだ。
Insert water and turn the power on, and in mere seconds it generates a thick cloud of steam.
やっぱりガラクタだな。
So it's junk. I thought so.
Kurisu sighs and returns the Moad Snake to the shelf.
これ借りるわよ。
I'm borrowing this.
Without waiting for a reply, she grabs Daru's never-worn lab coat from the shelf and puts it on gallantly.
Whoa!
やっぱり落ち着くな。
It's just not right without a lab coat.
Overcome with emotion, I seize Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly.
Hey!
助手よ、お前は分かっているじゃないか。
Assistant, you get it, don't you?
何がよ。
G-
話 してよ。
Get what? Let go.
やはり研究開発においては白衣こそがユニフォームだよな。
If you're gonna do science, you need a lab coat, right? I told Daru over and over, but he wouldn't wear one. But my assistant is different. She puts it on before I even said anything.
やはり俺の目に狂いはなかった。クリスティーナ、お前は最高の助手だ。
I knew you were meant for this, Christina. You're the best assistant a mad scientist could ask for.
褒めてくれてるのかもしれんが、私にしてみれば侮辱されてるとしか思えんぞ。おい。
I don't know if that's meant to be a compliment, but it's coming off as an insult. Now let go.
She shakes off my hand and turns back to me. Yep. There's definitely been some kind of step change here all of a sudden.
その白衣はラボ面加入記念としてお前にプレゼントしよう。もともと誰も使っていなかったのだ。気兼ねすることはない。
I'm giving you that lab coat to commemorate your joining the lab. Don't worry, it's never been worn.
あるいはその白衣は元からお前に巡り合うべくして巡り合ったのかもしれん。ダルが着ようとしなかったのもまた必然。すべてはシュタインズ。
Or maybe this was a fateful encounter between you and that lab coat was decided by destiny long ago. Daru not wearing it was just another inevitability. This is the choice of Steins.
くだらないこと言ってないで、実験してみましょう。
Shut up so we can start the experiment.
Carissa thrusts both her hands into her lab coat's pockets, then bends down to look at the time machine now placed under the table. The previous experiment broke the table and even left a hole in the floor. There's a danger that will happen again if we successfully reproduce the discharge phenomenon, so unfortunately we'll have to leave it on the floor now.
これって電子レンジの方は何もいじってないんでしょ？
So you haven't tampered with the microwave at all?
I point to the X68000. There's the code on the screen.
常時ターミナルモードにしてやる。どんな設定にもできるのだ。市販されている電子レンジよりも無茶をさせることも可能だ。
It's in terminal mode now. We can change the factory settings like this, make the microwave do things its manufacturer never intended.
放電現象が起きた時はどんな設定にしてた？
How was it set when the discharge phenomenon occurred?
特に何も。出荷時設定のままだった。
Nothing out of the ordinary, it was at factory settings.
バナナもらうわよ。
I'll take a banana.
The bunch of bananas only has 3 bananas left.
それは前売りのものだ。
Those are Mayuris.
だったらあんたに許可取らなくていいわね。明日新しいバナナ買ってくることにして。
Oh, so I don't need your permission then. I'll go buy new bananas tomorrow.
Carissa takes 1 banana from the bunch, squats down and places it inside the Phonewave. Name subject to change. There it is, it's back. She begins to type on her phone. She pushes send and the Phonewave, name subject to change, begins to turn backwards. After 120 seconds, the chime rings.
何も起きてない。
Nothing happened.
The banana's still in the microwave, unjellified.
Ow!
Carissa yelps as she tries to take out the banana and quickly draws back her hand. She starts blowing on her fingers.
温められてるわ。
It's hot.
レンジが普通に動作したということか。
Meaning the microwave functioned normally. This proves that the hidden function Mayuri found wasn't a freezing instruction. But we knew that already. Undaunted, Carissa throws in a new banana and once again begins reverse rotation for 120 seconds. But the second banana warms up too. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past.
どういうことだ？
What does this mean?
やっぱりこの前起きたことはイレギュラーだったっていうことか。
I guess what happened earlier was an irregularity after all.
イレギュラーだろうがなんだろうが原因を究明すればなるまい。
I don't know if it's an irregularity or not, but we ought to investigate the cause.
それには同意。
I agree.
For once we agree. But Chris's motives and my motives are probably the exact opposite. My assistant here wants to disprove my theory that the Phonewave, name subject to change, is in fact a time machine.
この前の実験では
In the previous experiment,
ちぎられたバナナは電話レンジカッコ仮で120秒間を過ごした後、バナナの房へとゲル化して瞬間移動した。これは120秒前の状態に戻ったと考えるべきだ。
after spending 120 seconds in the Phonewave, name subject to change, the banana teleported back to the bunch jellified. We should consider that it returned to its state 120 seconds before.
違う。120秒前の状態に戻るならゲル化はしない。
Wrong. If it returned to its state 120 seconds before, it wouldn't be jellified.
So she wants to say that because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time.
唐揚げはゲル化せずに冷凍状態へと戻ったのだぞ。
The chicken returned to its frozen state without jellifying.
そのゲル化せずに冷凍状態へ戻ったっていうロジックも怪しい。冷凍されていただけでゲル化そのものは起きていた可能性については検証した？
That logic is dubious. Sure, it ended up frozen, but did you examine the possibility that it might have jellified first?
No, I didn't. I think Mayuri ate the refrozen chicken.
塩に関してはゲル化はしなかった。
Salt didn't jellify.
何も変化しなかったって定義すべき。
You mean nothing changed?
この前の放電現象が発生した後、徹夜で実験した結果、キャベツ、大根、米、こんにゃく、メロンパン、ガルガリ君、カップ麺、いずれも何も起きなかった。
After the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, we spent all night experimenting with cabbage, radishes, rice, konjac, melon bread, crunchy-kun, cup noodles. Nothing happened. Crunchy-kun, I'm guessing, is cereal. That certainly sounds like it. That's a popsicle. Popular throughout Japan, additions of soda flavour, over 50 varieties are sold, including cola, grape, and limited promotional flavours. Win may be promoted on one part of the stick. A winning stick earns a free popsicle. The chances of winning are rumoured to be around 2%.
液体に関しても同様だ。あの日は放電現象の前後で実験の成功率が180度変わった。
The same thing with liquids. On that day, our success rate took a 180-degree turn.
放電現象前は全て成功。放電現象後は全て失敗。
Before the discharge phenomenon, everything succeeded. After the discharge phenomenon, everything failed.
レンジが電気を溜め込んでるとか？
Is the microwave storing electricity?
ゲル化したものはフラクタル構造のようだって言ってたわよね。
You said that jellified objects became fractal structured, right?
塩はもともと単純構造だから影響を受けないのかな。電気とどんな関係が？
Salt has a simple structure by nature, so maybe that had an effect, but how could electricity be related?
ここはタイムトラベル理論を前提に考えてみるべきだ。
Here, we should think under the assumptions of time travel theory.
ダメ。結論ありきで考えるのは良くない。
No, it's not good to start from thinking from the conclusion.
すでにいくつも実験成功例があるのだぞ。それを否定するのか？
We've already had several successful experiments. You can't deny that.
私は別にこれがタイムマシンじゃなくてもちっとも困らないから。
I'm not especially concerned whether this thing is a time machine or not.
そもそもこの小さな電子レンジの中でビッグバンに匹敵するエネルギーが発生していると定義するのは無理がある。
To begin with, it's physically impossible for this tiny little microwave to produce energy equivalent to the Big Bang.
Kurisu frowns deeply.
放電現象の再現、それにフラクタル構造化の再現、どちらもできなくなってしまった理由があるはず。
We can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon, nor the fractalization. There should be a reason why.
やり方は何も変えていない。設定も全く変えていない。実験対象も変更なし。それ以外で変動する条件というと。
We haven't changed our methods. We haven't changed the settings. We haven't changed the experimental subjects either. There must be some other variable.
誰が観測するかだな。
Maybe it's the one who observes it.
何よそれ。
What do you mean by that?
量子論だ。観測者は実験の重要な要素だ。
Quantum theory. The observer is an important element to the experiment.
放電現象が起きた時はここには4 でもその前に橋田さんが一人の時にも発生してる。
There were 4 of us when the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, but before that, it occurred when Hashida-san was alone.
フラクタル構造化した実験時は2人の時や3人の時があった。
Each time fractalization occurred, there were either 2 or 3 people observing.
私たちは2人ともどちらの現象も見ている。
You and I each both saw both phenomena.
つまり条件は変わっていないはず。
In other words, the conditions haven't changed.
だとしたら
In that case, there must be some other variable. It's on the tip of my tongue. Then I hear a rumbling sound from Karisu's stomach.
腹が減ったのか。
Hungry?
うるさいな。お昼から何も食べてないのよ。
Shut up! I haven't eaten anything since lunch. Karisu turns away as she looks at her watch.
8時か。
It's already 8?
And yeah, no worries, Avian. If you got to finish up at work, then you get it done, and then you can enjoy the rest of your happy Friday. Thanks for checking out the stream. The archive will be there on the channel from tomorrow, and of course we're going to be back for the next part on Sunday evening.
バナナを食うがいい。ただし、食べていいのはさっき温めた2本だぞ。実験で使った食材は美味しくいただけ。
Just eat a banana, but only one of the 2 we just warmed. They are, after all, the fruits of our experiments. Badum-tsh.
あるいは買い置きのカップ麺があるが。
Or you could take some from our stock of cup noodles.
いらないか？やはりアメリカ生活が長いとファーストフードの方が好きになるものなのか。
Don't want any? Well, since you lived in America for so long, I guess you'd prefer fast food instead. Seriously, bro, that stereotype's still going on?
カップ麺。
Cup noodles.
何？
What?
カップ麺。もらうわ。
I'll have cup noodles.
カップ麺をか？
Cup noodles?
ちなみに味は？
What flavors?
醤油味と塩味がある。
There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor.
塩味。
Chicken.
She seems in the mood to eat.
それとフォークある？
Also, do you have a fork?
It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the 2 of us silently ate cup noodles and warm bananas. Darius said he didn't want any, and ever since then we've been examining the Phonewave, name subject to change. I've mainly focused on the terminal mode settings through the X68000. The programs Daru wrote are all wizard class though, so I can't understand most of them. Karisu's been examining the AC adapter and the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, though we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. It's early morning and she still shows no sign of leaving. Where is she staying anyway? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wants to. But in that case, why didn't she leave before the train stopped? Don't tell me she plans to stay. No girls have ever stayed over at the lab. Mayuri has a curfew, so she always goes back home to Ikebukuro. Dara and I frequently stay here though. It's not an exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for the American girls to stay overnight in the labs.
クリスティーナ、こんな時間までここにいていいのかな？せめて家に連絡したらどうだ？
Christina, is it okay for you to stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact your family.
連絡なんて必要ないから。
No need.
何？お前の親は放任主義なのか？
What? Do your parents let you do whatever you want? Kirisu turns to me and sighs.
父親とはかれこれ7年は会ってない。母親はアメリカ。私は今はホテル暮らし。わかった？
I haven't seen my father in 7 years. My mother is in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand?
What? Living in a hotel? Well, true, renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but...
セレブめ。アメリカ人ならホテルよりモーテルだろ。
You damn celebrity! If you're an American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right?
私はアメリカ人じゃないし、東京のど真ん中にモーテルはないだろ。
I'm not American, and there aren't any motels in the heart of Tokyo.
どんなホテルだ？
What sort of hotel?
どんなってお茶の水にある普通のホテルよ。
What do you mean? It's a normal hotel in Ochanomizu.
お茶の水？ではここから歩いて帰れるではないか。
Ochanomizu? Then you can walk from here, can't you?
まあね。
Sure. I see. That's why she's so flexible with her schedule. I finally understand.
では父親の件について聞こ
So, tell me about your father.
は？
Sorry?
う。7年会っていないと言ったな。
You said you haven't seen him in 7 years.
なんであんたが私の父親に興味持つのよ。
Why do you care about my father?
お前がこれ見よがしに父親のことを口にしたのではないか。それはつまり父親の件について相談に乗ってください、お願いしますというメッセージだろう。
You're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying,
Please give me some advice about my father. Please.
no, it's not that way, Akabe. It really isn't.
そんなわけあるか。
You're crazy.
よかろう。お前は俺の助手だ。助手の悩みには乗ってやらなければな。というわけで、張り切って話すがいい。
You are my assistant, and I can't let my assistant have any worries. So tell me everything that's on your mind. Kurisu pouts and says no more. Instead, she glares at the circuit box on the wall.
どうした？
What's wrong?
あんたに話すことなんて何もない。
I have nothing to say to you.
そうか、わかったぞ。
Oh, I know.
お前の父親はもともとは英雄だったが、やがてその身を悪に染め、今や帝国の幹部として黒マスクと黒マントを身につけ、後方を言っているのだな。そして将来的に親子で戦う目に。
Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil and now he wears a black mask and cape and goes, right? And in the future, you two are destined to fight and... Akabe, this isn't The Empire Strikes Back. I think I heard Karisu's teeth grind.
もしかしてすごく怒っているか？
You're really mad at me, aren't you?
人の家族の問題を。
Don't make fun.
Karisu doesn't look me in the eye, but her low voice tells me how mad she is.
そうやって茶化さないで。あんた今、私の心に土足で踏み込んだのよ。
With people's family issues like that, you're trampling on my heart.
Could her father's situation be a landmine? Maybe I should apologize. I tried to think of the words, but before I could say anything... Hell yeah! Darius' war cry echoes through the lab.
誰？やったのか？
Did you get it?
ミッションコンプリート。
Mission complete. Darius shows his white teeth in a wide grin as he gives a thumbs up.
サーバー管理者の ID とパスを手に入れたぜ。これでもう弛緩し放題だ。ヒャッホー！
I got the server ID's admin's ID and password. Now we can get people as much as we want. Yahoo!
IBN5100 が使われている方のデータベースは？
And the IBM 5100 database?
そっちは独立して存在してるわけで、今回は全然関係ないだろ、上皇。
That's separate, duh. The server admin's unrelated.
そもそもそんな特殊なプログラムで組まれたデータベースじゃアクセスできる人間だって限られるっしょ。所長クラスでもアクセスできないっぽい。
I mean, it's a database with normally unreadable code, so there's a limit on who can access it. Doesn't look like even the lab director can access it.
所長クラス以上の役職など存在するのか？
There are positions higher than that?
セルン評議会ってのがあるらしい。
There's something called the CERN Executive Council.
評議会とはいかにもなネーミングだ。
So they call it a council, eh?
いかにもって何が？
What about it?
ラスボスとしてのネーミングに決まっているだろう。
It's a fitting name for our enemy. Karisu looks at me coldly. Whatever. Let's leave the IBM 5100 database for another day.
ダル、早速タイムトラベル理論についての情報があるか調べてくれ。
Run a search for data on time travel research.
オキドキ
Okie dokie.
前に調べた時 Z プログラムってのが怪しかったよな。
That Z program we saw last time was suspicious, wasn't it?
それとゼリーマンズレポートだ。
That and the Jellyman's report. We couldn't get concrete information on either before. Teresa stares holes into the monitor. Her angry expression has disappeared.
とくと見ておくがいい。そしてその目に焼き付けろ。セルンがしている世界への欺瞞という現実をな。
Look carefully and burn it into your eyes. The proof of CERN's actions. Its deceit upon the world.
うほう見つけた LHC 計画担当責任者来たこれ
Oh yeah, baby. Found the LHC project supervisor.
責任者ということはかなり重要なポストだな。
The supervisor? That's a pretty important post.
今そいつの PC を覗いてるぞよ
Right now we're peeking inside his computer.
Z プログラム Z プログラムと
Z program, Z program.
Z はゼリーの略で間違いないな。
The Z obviously stands for jelly, as in Zeri, as how it'd be spelled in katakana.
ゼリーは J よ。J-E-L-L-Y。
Yep, thank you, Kurisu. Jelly starts with a J. J-E-L-L-Y.
ケアレスミス過去悪い
Careless mistake. So uncool.
つまりそんな単純なネーミングのはずがないのだ。これには重要な意味が隠されている。間違いなくダブルミーニング。
What I meant to say is that there's no way it would have such a simple name. The name's hiding something important. There has to be a double meaning. Daru, who's been searching through the log, suddenly stops.
お来た来た
Got it! He displays a graphic on the monitor. It looks like a scan of a very old paper document. The letterhead reads Z program, top secret.
プログラム立案日は1973年になってる
The program began in 1973.
セルンができたの。
When was CERN formed?
1954年。
1954. I asked Daru, but Karisu answered instead, her tone flat. I thought that maybe CERN was formed with the Z program in mind, but 54 means my guess was off.
IBN 5100が発売されたの。
When was the IBM 5100 put on the market? In 1975, wasn't it?
1975年
1975. So maybe that's why the IBM 5100 was central to CERN's operations. The years match, after all. No, that's wrong. It can't be something as simple as stupidly simple as that. There has to be a worldwide conspiracy involved. Maybe IBM hid their proprietary programming language in the IBM 5100 for the sole purpose of its use in CERN's Z program. IBM and CERN are co-conspirators, and both of them are being manipulated from the shadows by an even larger organization. Yeah, that's way more interesting.
うげ JPEG かよふざけんなコピペできねえじゃん
A JPEG? Come on, I can't copy-paste this. Dom mutters some complaint.
テキストはフランス語じゃないんだ。
The text isn't in French. What's on screen right now looks like English.
いやフランス語やらオランダ語やらドイツ語で書かれたものもあるお中身は同じみたいだけど
Actually, there's French, Dutch, and German versions too. The content looks the same though.
時空の支配とそれに基づく歴史の破壊。言い換えれば過去から未来までを含む委員会による完全なる理想郷を実現することは21世紀に向けてのセルンの存在意義となるだろう。
CERN's purpose heading into the 21st century shall be to establish control over space and time, thereby to enable the destruction of extant history and the creation of an everlasting utopia. Ruled by the committee that encompasses the entirety of past and future events. Karisu suddenly starts speaking at a stilted clip.
あそっかマキセシって英語できるんじゃん
Oh, right! Makishi can do English.
でかした助手。お前がアメリカに留学したのも全て今日この時のためだったのだな。
Way to go, assistant! Your studying abroad in America was all for the sake of today, wasn't it?
そんなわけあるか。勝手に運命感じないで。
Of course not. Stop assigning people roles in your fantasy world.
Daru relinquishes his chair, allowing Karisu to sit in front of the computer.
本実験計画は秘密保持のため、また臨機応変な計画名の変更を可能にするため、Z プログラムと命名された。
In order to maintain the project's secrecy and to allow its name to remain relevant in changing circumstances, we designated the Z program.
Z はすなわちオメガであり、ヤーである。
Z, like the Greek Omega or the Cyrillic Ya.
その名に意味、あるいは何らかの情熱的な精神を込めることを禁止する。プログラム従事者に不利益を与えることが推測されるためである。
It is forbidden to assign any meanings to this name or to seek it in its significance beyond the project itself. Negative returns are predicted should this edict be violated.
Z プログラムは国家間の枠組みを超えた極秘共同プロジェクトであり、電磁波研究と同じく300人委員会から承認を受けた最優先研究事項である。
The Z program is a top secret project spanning international borders. Like electromagnetic wave research, it has been approved for top priority funding by the Committee of 300.
以後、セルンにおいて行われる他の研究のすべては、この Z プログラムの隠れ蓑として機能させることが決定された。
Henceforth, all of the research performed by CERN shall be functioned to keep the Z program's existence secret.
I guess Karisu's reading the preface to a document. It's getting rather dull.
Z プログラムの具体的な内容は書かれていないのか？
Is there anything specific about what exactly the Z program is? Daru types on the keyboard from the side, bringing up another window.
あった。
Here.
これは。
This can't be.
Carissa bends forward and stares wide-eyed at the words on the screen, which I'm guessing are going to have her father's name.
なんだ？
What is it?
Z プログラムでは高エネルギーの陽子衝突を用いた時空間転移実験を行う。
The purpose of the Z program is to perform time-space displacement experiments by means of high-energy proton collisions.
Time displacement experiments. In other words...
タイムトラベル実験？
Time travel! I have to struggle to keep from shouting. I quickly run over to the window and close it. It might make it hotter inside, but it would be worse if people outside overheard us.
まさか本当だったなんて。
No way. It was true.
しかも40年近く前から世界中の科学者を欺いてきたっていうの。
You're telling me they've been deceiving the world for nearly 40 years?
俺の睨んだ通りだな。セルンの裏には巨大な影が潜んでいる。おそらく機関、あるいはそれに準ずる組織だ。
Just as I suspected, a great shadow lurks behind CERN, most likely the organisation, or one of its puppets. Just going to do a quick save actually, because again I've not saved for a while. Yeah, just over another hour again, so 2 saves in 3 hours, people. So much for Monami's save often, eh? I've not followed that attention tonight.
何が機関だ、この中二病。たまには真面目に話しなさい。
What organization, you Chunibyo nutjob? At least try to be serious some of the time.
バカを言うな。俺の言葉は常に真実を指しているぞ。
Don't be ridiculous. My words are always grounded in truth.
つか、機関っていうより委員会じゃね？そう書いてあったし。
Anyway, shouldn't it be the committee instead of the organisation? That's what it says here.
300人委員会か。セルン評議会とはまた別のものを指してると思うけど、何を指してるのかしら。
The Committee of 300? I don't think they mean CERN's Executive Council. What are they talking about?
Well, let's find out. The Unseen Masters, a secret organisation rumoured to manipulate the world behind the scenes. Some believe that many secret societies spoken of by conspiracy theorists are all merely puppets of the Committee of 300. One theory states that the Committee of 300's ultimate goal is to establish a one-world government. With the exception of the elites, the world's population will be reduced to 1 billion, and that remaining 1 billion will be enslaved. Meanwhile, wizard level is literally an insanely skilled hacker, or hacker, as is said multiple times.
世界はあらゆる欺瞞で満ちている。お前たちが思っているほど美しくはないのだよ。
The world is full of lies. It's not as beautiful as you think.
話聞けよ、オカリン。
Listen, Ocarin.
聞いている。300人委員会こそあらゆる秘密結社、各国政府、あらゆる財閥の最上位に位置する巨大な闇だ。
I am listening. The Committee of 300 is the dark power that controls every secret society, every government, every multinational corporation.
また適当言って。
You're making things up again.
事実だ。嘘だと思うならネットでググるといい。
It's the truth. Google it if you don't believe me. Oh, yeah. Don't believe them, Google it.
これまで人類はどれだけ繁栄しようとも時間という壁に突き当たってきた。
Up until now, the human race, for all its accomplishments, has never been able to overcome the barrier called time.
その壁を突破することのできるタイムトラベル技術は人類史を大きく塗り替えるだろう。文字通りの意味でな。
The technology of time travel, which can break through that barrier, will change the course of human history. Literally.
かつての核兵器と同じく神に等しき存在になれる禁断の果実だ。それを得たいという誘惑に抗うことのできる者はいない。
As it was when we split the atom, this forbidden fruit has the potential to grant us godlike power. Not a man exists who can resist its temptation.
当然ながら権力を持つ者はあらゆる手段を用いて手に入れようとするだろう。人としての倫理など神を目指す者たちにとっては抱きすべきざれ言だ。
And naturally, all those with power will use any means at their disposal to attain it. Human morality is naught but a joke to those who would stand up with the gods.
わかるか、クリスティーナ。
Understand? Christina?
ご公説をどう思う？
Wow. That was quite a speech.
そこまでスラスラと喋れるっていうことは、あんたも神を目指してるの？
Since you know so much about it, does that mean you're aiming for godhood too?
この法王院教魔が望むのはそんな神候補どもの打倒、そして支配構造が崩壊した後の混沌だよ。
What Hoin Kyoma desires is the destruction of all who would call themselves gods, the collapse of their hateful system, and a glorious new age of chaos.
法王院に聞いてるんじゃない。私は岡部に聞いている。
I'm not asking Hoin, I'm asking Akiba.
俺は法王院だ。
I am Hoin.
つまり自分を持ってないってことね。
In other words, you don't have your own reason. Damn you, assistant. How dare you attack my very identity?
そんなことよりマキセ氏、Z プログラムの続きプリーズ。
Forget about him, Makasashi. Keep reading.
ダル、そんなこととはどういう言い草だ。
Darren, what do you mean forget about me?
陰謀論は聞き飽きたお。オカリンの妄想より Z プログラムの方が気になるし。
I'm tired of listening to conspiracy theories. I'm more interested in the Z program than in your delusions. Ooh, burn. Fair, but burn. That's a big one. I told you, they're not delusions and they're not theories. But Daru does have a point. Our top priority now is to expose the dark side of the international research organisation known as CERN.
ジョッシュ、続きを。
Continue, assistant.
頼み事するときぐらい誠意を見せろよ。
At least show some respect when you're asking a favour. Though huffing out complaints, Karisu obediently goes back to translating.
プロ ログラム第1段階大型ハドロン衝突型加速機の建設および実用化
Stage 1. Construction and implementation of the Large Hadron Collider.
加速機については1959年に完成した陽子シンクロトロンからの半世紀にわたるノウハウ蓄積により一定成果を得ている
Over the past half century, beginning with the proton synchrotron completed in 1959, particle accelerator technology has reached a point where standardized results may be obtained.
プログラム第2段階リフターの実用化および調整
Stage 2. Implementation and testing of lifter technology.
これにより2つ以上の人工的な局所場得意点の生成
Is this chapter ever going to end? I've been on this chapter now for more than 6 hours. Is it ever going to end?
The formation of more than 2 artificial localized singularities, as well as the formation of curved black holes, will become possible when this stage is complete.
なおブラックホール生成についての情報を意図的に曲解させてリークしプログラム本来の目的について悟られぬようにすることが必要である
In order to hide the program's true goal, it is necessary to intentionally leak misinformation regarding the formation of black holes.
プログラム第3段階動物実験
Stage 3. Animal experimentation.
プログラム第4段階
Stage 4.
Karisu stops talking. She takes a deep breath, then finally mutters angrily.
人体実験
Human experimentation.
マジで
For real? A chill runs up my spine. I admit it. Some part of me still saw this as a game. So, is the human experimentation Makise and Okabe? And that situation with death was to bring them back and test the theory. I was elated to discover an institution as respected as CERN was actually doing time travel research. After all, we ourselves had succeeded, whether by chance or by design, in producing our own time travel phenomenon. I thought that maybe we could beat CERN to the first functional time machine design. And wouldn't that be something? But now, just like I said to Karisu, this world is full of lies, morals, and meaningless. Was it really okay for us to get involved in this?
なあオカリン前にハッキングした時のこと覚えてるか確か盗み読みしたメールに書いてあったよね
Hey, Okarin, remember when we hacked him before? I'm pretty sure that email we read said this.
実験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ詳細は別紙ゼリーマンズレポートをなんとかかんとか
Result, error, human is dead. Mismatch. For details, see the Jellyman's report. Someone died?
それって人体実験となんか関係あんのかな
Could that have something to do with human experimentation? My throat goes dry. Cold sweat seeps through my brow, and it's not because of the heat. Karisu and Daru are waiting for me to speak. Are they entrusting the decision to me? I ask myself, is this really okay? Are you sure? There's no turning back. True. But can I live with myself if I ignore this conspiracy?
誰ゼリーマンズレポートを探してくれ
Daru, look up the Jellyman's report.
マジっすか
Really?
マジだただしクリスティーナ
Really? But first, Christina.
え
お前はもう帰る
You should leave.
なんで今さら
Why are you suddenly...
ゼリーマンズレポート嫌な予感がするこれを見たら俺たちはもう普通の生活には戻れない
The Jellyman's report. It just gives me a bad feeling. Once we see it, we can no longer return to our normal lives.
お前はその若さでサイエンス誌に論文が載るほどの天才だ 有望な将来を捨てる必要はない。
You're a genius. You were already published for crying out loud. There's no need to throw away your promising future.
もしかして心配してくれてる？
Are you worried about me?
当たり前だ。お前は俺の助手だからな。
Of course I am. You are my assistant, after all.
助手じゃないって言ってんだろ。
I keep telling you, I'm not your assistant.
気遣ってくれてどうも。でも帰らないわよ。この事実を世界に告発しないと。
Thanks for your concern, but I'm not leaving. We need to expose this truth to the world.
ダメだ。それは危険すぎる。
No, it's too dangerous.
ビビってるのか？
You chickening out?
俺たちはこの陰謀を前にしたらあまりに無力だ。下手な行動を起こせば即消されるだろう。
We're powerless against this conspiracy. One wrong move, and they'll have us erased.
でもだからって。
But still,
これは遊びではない。冗談で言っているのでもない。
This isn't a game. I'm not joking here. It is a game. It's my game. It's my game that's going on very well. And awesome, if we're not far from it, we'll stick out towards here. But as I say, this suggests that maybe the first prologue chapter with the satellite was the human experimentation, and perhaps the rectifying of Carissa being back now is trying to correct the fact that she died. That's what the game is possibly implying. And it also suggests that if her father was involved in time travel, and she'd not seen him for 7 years, he's at the site of the LHC. He was there.
分かった。告発はやめる。
fine. I won't tell anyone.
Though her expression shows she still doesn't agree, she finally submits.
でも帰らないから。気になって眠れない。
But I'm not leaving. It'll keep me awake at night.
後悔しないな。
You won't regret this.
しない。
I won't.
She declares firmly. I don't know if it's a competitive spirit, or if it's her bravery, or if she's just ignorant to the ways of the world. But it doesn't look like I can persuade her to back down.
ダルはどうする？覚悟はできているか？
What about you, Daru? Prepared?
僕はスーパーハッカーだし。
Well, I am a super hacker. He's comfortable even in this situation.
そもそも足がつくようなヘマもしないっつうか。
And with my skills, they'll never know we were there. That settles it. It's good that Mayuri's not here. I can't get her involved. I look Daru and Karisu in the eye.
よし。始めよう。
Alright. Let's begin. Karisu gives the seat to Daru.
なお、本作戦名はレーギャルンの箱とする。
Henceforth, this shall be known as Operation Largyarn's Chest. Let's do a quick save again. While we got the chance. Yep, in Norse mythology, the gigantic chest protected by 9 locks that contains the cursed sword Lavatine. And then the collider is a device that researches charged particles, ring type accelerators, very expensive to build. So yes, it's the huge LHC.
Why Norse mythology?
へえ、北欧神話なん？きっとかっこいいからじゃね？
Is that Norse mythology? Because it's cool, I guess.
そもそも作戦名とか言っちゃう男の人って。
Anyway, what is it with men and military terms?
ダル、作戦開始。
Daru, begin the operation. He soon finds the Jellyman's report. It required a second password authentication, which Daru broke through easily.
いい。開くぞ。
Ready? I'm opening it. Daru looks at me and Karisu. I wet my parched lips and nod. The air in the lab suddenly seems thicker. Unable to escape through the closed window, it surrounds us with an oppressive heat. Daru wipes the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief, then timidly presses the enter key. The file opens. At first glance, it looks like a resume. There's a photograph on the top right. The top left has name, age, height, weight, and other information. In the centre is a long string of English text. Underneath that, there's something attached, like a scan of a newspaper clipping with a black and white photo. And then I know. I know exactly what the Jellyman in Jellyman's report means.
ジェリーマンズレポート10
Basically, going back to goo like the bananas.
Jellyman's Report 10.
被験者ジェームス・マッカーシー31歳出身アメリカ
Subject James McCarthy, age 31, American.
Z プログラム4実験日2005年1月28日13時05分
Z Program Stage 4, date of experiment 28th January 2005. Time 1:05 p.m.
Kurisu bends over Dara's shoulder, reading the contents out loud.
実験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ
Results: Error. Human is dead. Mismatch.
またそれかよ。
That again?
超重力による無限圧縮およびカーブラックホール内の特異点通過に耐えられなかったと思われる
It is believed that due to infinite compression by supergravity, the subject could not endure passage through the singularity inside the Kerr black hole.
1921年4月3日ニューヨーク14丁目にてビルの壁面に右半身が埋もれるようにして死んでいる男が発見された
April 3rd, 1921, New York City. An unidentified man was discovered dead in an alley off Union Square. The right half of his body was embedded in a nearby wall.
It sounds like Karisu's reading a newspaper article at the end.
身元不明の男の死体は
The man's body
全身がブヨブヨのゼリー状になっていた
was completely jellified.
And well, it would appear that we've reached the end of this chapter, and our jellified bananas appear to be an example of what happens when something passes through a black hole. How does the Phonewave, named subject to change, generate enough energy to do that? And just exactly how many people have been part of these experiments before? We're going to hopefully find out some more information as the first part of Chapter 3 is played out on Sunday, 8 PM BST, same time, same place. Well, until then, thank you all very, very much for watching, and good night.